they can move on. So we're going to be starting with Disguised Toast. He is, it looks to be Rogue here for his run.
That's right. Toast and Regis make up Team Omega Lull.
Who is the Omega and who is the Lull?
Regis being the Omega, Disguised Toast being the Lull.
Another busy day.
All right, and as we're saying, both the sort of efficiency of these players and their success does matter. So we're going to see these players, I think, in some cases, kind of going through these things quickly. We saw a brief mouse over on that hero power. This is Mare Loom, who is the one of the bank keepers. This is the Dalaran bank sort of phase of this chapter, and there's a twist in each of these phases too, right? You see that treasure chest in play. The twist to this particular chapter is that these treasure chests are in play for each of these bosses, and when you kill the treasure chest, each player gets 2 coins.
Yes, so you can get some big mana turns opportunities early on by just having the access to the coin. You can see that this first chapter, this first boss, relatively simple. Just gonna go ahead and hero power just because it has to. Whenever a boss has a yellow aura on it, it means that they are going to try to use that hero power.
And we see also okay. Well, emoting the boss here.
Yes, a little bit of a rough start. Spreading madness happens to land almost perfect.
But crucially, the boss has 10 total health. So these early bosses are generally going to be fairly straightforward. You see the drain life to the face.
Yeah, the boss recognizes what's important here, which is getting Toast down to 0, but
almost missed attack.
Yeah, the first couple of rounds here.
Sloppy Toast.
Most important thing to consider is what are their early game treasures and how they're going to build their deck. But once in a while, when you do lose to bosses early on, it is also very humorous, especially if tens of thousands of fans are watching.
Yeah. I have actually lost. I like dungeon run to the very first boss before.
Yes.
It's happened to me.
I have, and I quit Hearthstone the rest of the day. I said that's enough for one day.
And yeah, just 1 life left. Ooh, the curse of weakness with the dagger. The dagger's left.
He can still get a taunt yet combo. Void Walker.
Not Void Terror, it is.
Okay. It's not that we want Toast to lose. I just want to see.
It just makes for a better lull for the the sort of appropriate of the team name.
Oh, that's just a very good option select. Because if they win, obviously it's good, but they lose, it's because they were doing it for the Omega.
For the lulls, yeah. All right, as we see, for those of you who are familiar with many of the single-player content before, at this point, Toast gets to choose a treasure for his deck. So there's the Potion of Vitality, which could double his starting health. The Emerald Goggles, which makes the leftmost card in hand cost 2 less. That's a new one. And then Mysterious Tome. Start of the game, play 2 random secrets. Looks like Toast is currently thinking about the goggles. Yeah, that seems like a very good choice to me. And now, Battlecry, Thief, or Cogs and Gear. So it looks like a Battlecry themed package, including Brand Bronzebeard, which can be quite powerful. Then we see the Thief one. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Battlecries. So, for those who have not necessarily played very much of the single-player content before, this is the basic structure that we've seen before in Dungeon Run and Monster Hunt. You defeat these bosses, you get treasures, you get new cards to improve your deck and make it more powerful. There are some additional twists that we'll get to in a little bit that make this particular method of single-player content a bit different and I think quite a bit more interesting.
Yep, the new hero that Toast is playing up against is called Alchemist Wendy. This Alchemist mixes up decks attempting to create golden cards.
Ooh, swap a random card in each player's hand.
Yep, that is the hero power.
And now we see Toast's Treasure Online. He's able to play the Stolen Seal for 0, then play the Pit Snake for 0, then play the Gilbert Zombie for 0.
And then the Froggy Battle Axe.
Yeah, the Battle Axe is going to be 3.
Oh,
and gets stolen though. Woo! Crazy like a fox you are.
Well, it's going to swap again.
But does the mana reduction stay for the opponent? Will the opponent be able to possibly play that for 3? I don't know. Because
I don't think so. I think it's an aura.
I assume it's an aura effect that affects the left-hand card. Oh, he just got swapped in Ancient Watcher.
Well, I think he's going to win on tempo if this continues.
Yes. Toast was able to, with that treasure, get a very, very powerful opening here.
Wow. This seems like a great deck to play on ladder, Brian, to just play a bunch of bad cards and just swap it with good cards that your opponents have.
And die to your opponent's aggro deck. That's that's what's happening to the Alchemist.
I didn't
right
say
here.
it'd be win. I said it'd be really fun.
Oh, even got the battle axe back.
And we've come full circle.
Did you mix up your words?
And unsurprisingly, able to take down the second
Wow,
boss.
so good.
Emoting.
Undefeated. This is where Toast would create a video and say 100% win rate. 2-0 undefeated best Hearthstone player in the world takes down the Dalaran Heist.
All right, well,
All caps.
ooh, we have a Kingslayer in the middle there, and thematically appropriate for current seasons of television.
That's right.
Trickery, the Scheme Sap and Illusionist, and then Spellslinger, that should be a spell plus semi-jade package. These are not necessarily things that are clearly synergistic with what Toast has so far. He doesn't have any existing weapons, which does make the Kingsbane plus Shiny Finder package interesting, but no other buffs either.
Yeah, there are some really powerful effects that you can get through Jades. Jades was a very common strategy back in the dungeon run for Rogue, largely because of passives like your Battle Cry triggers twice, your Death Rattle triggered twice, and that works really well with all the Jade packages within Rogue. So that was a very common strategy back in the day, and I wonder if that's the same in Dalaran Heist, because one of the things that I feel like I was noticing was a blend of old and new strategies.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that's one of the things that's always interesting. Even just like playing the same sort of things with the dungeon run, makes them have sort of a very different.
Aluneth with the 3 cards, but I don't know how thick his deck is.
Right, Aluneth is pretty tough to really get working when you have like a 10-card deck to start.
Yeah, you're gonna
I was actually thinking, the sort of mulligan strategy. Toast chose to keep the Violet Teacher here, which because of the nature of the order of the cards in his hand and that treasure.
That is a scary treasure. Just win.
And now,
Zero attack.
this Hammer of Twilight is now 3. He's going to attack this treasure chest, get 2 coins. Can coin out the Hammer of Twilight, coin out the Shade of Naxxramas, have essentially a full board. This treasure that Toast got seems pretty sick.
Really good, and I don't think this Wind Fury Hero Power is going to do much.
Beakered Lightning at least.
Still a lot of damage coming in.
So which was the opponent here? This Tauren fellow. His hero power cost 2 is not used it just yet, but it doesn't look like it's likely to have much of a difference considering he's already down to 1.
Yeah.
There it is, going to be friendly minion Wind Fury. That's not really going to cut it against the sort of aggression that Toast has going on right now.
All right, well, this is very smooth sailing for Team Omega Lol right now. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're getting started with the Dalaran Heist. The main quest is to complete Chapter 1 with different classes on both sides. Let's tune into 2014 World Champion and fellow Omni Stone extraordinaire, Firebat. What's up, man? All right, he's just gonna stonewall me. It's cool. Firebat's sitting like 10 feet from me. What's up,
He's
Firebat?
waves. There you go. Hey.
How's the run going?
Pretty well. Made pretty quick progress. Just did the first bartender phase.
Oh.
Now I'm into the 4th boss.
Oh wow!
Oh, we didn't even get to
Just
see
rushing
that.
through. What'd you choose for the bartender thing?
I actually didn't end up spending all of my gold because the minions to recruit seemed like not really synergistic, so I chose actually actively not to add them to my deck. So
Yeah,
I like
hopefully we'll
having a
get a chance
thin,
to
clean deck.
Yeah,
hope we get a
efficient.
chance to see the bartender phase sometime soon to explain it. The bartender phase is an opportunity, another opportunity you have to sort of add and also just otherwise modify your deck. That occurs, I believe, after the 3rd boss or 4th boss.
Yeah, if you guys see other roguelike card games, this is a very common pit stop for you to reevaluate your deck, and if you want to make it more powerful, but a little bit more clunky on the draw sometimes. So it's different decisions you have to weigh. But not much decision when you have Master Scheme. That is every scheme in the game from Rise of Shadows combined into one. I think outside of Hagatha's scheme.
Well, you also get boom bots, just like boom too. That's
You get like boom bots, you get to deal damage, you get to gain armor. It all upgrades
It does
every
a lot.
turn. and it is pretty nutty. And I think that card is one of the strongest that you can get in Chapter 1.
Leok here, too. And here, Firebat has the +1/+1 to all of your minions' treasure as well. So just giving the business to the AI here.
Yeah, this feels very similar to the power level of Undertaker Hunter, which Firebat used to win the World Championship. So no surprise there. Nice trades by the UI, taking down the 3 attack minion when
Boom.
Leok is the big threat. Nice. Well done. I guess he can hold on to his World Champion.
Okay, fine. Wow, with the BM Unleash the having him overlead the last board. Got to make sure the AI knows you're giving it the business, Firebat.
Yeah, maybe I can break its spirit and it'll just give up. So I have to do the rest of the bosses.
I think that's how it works. All right, so now another opportunity for Firebat to add some
it's
loot
finally
to his deck.
time for the Hunter Quest to shine.
I don't think so.
The 2-year prophecy from Life Coach.
we got a single copy of a 1-drop in the deck.
I don't know. None of those things go face, Firebat.
Yeah, usually you want to have a lot of extra value in these things, though.
Yeah, it's important that while in the early stages, as we're seeing, the players go up against some of the first bosses, that the players are able to take down the boss very quickly with an aggressive strategy. But as you get to the later bosses, in many cases, they have very large health pools.
Oh yeah.
So that same style of strategy is going to fall apart as you run into a boss with 80 health.
Yes, very much so, or even more. I mean, there are some really thick bosses to go through, but they also have really game swing tempo opportunities as well, so you have to be careful.
And we see the passive ability from Baleriana, I believe is the name of Firebat's opponent here. After you take 15 damage, take flight. Whatever that means, I don't know.
Well, and historically in other bosses, when you take flight, you become immune to certain effects.
By historically, you mean exactly Lore Walker Cho from the tutorial? Is that what you mean? Is this the precedent we're talking about?
I mean, it is
He
part of
uses
history.
levitation. It's true.
It does sound pretty intimidating, but maybe there's some new mechanic with it. I don't think that's going to stop Firebat from just going,
Even the business.
going in, though.
Boom, 3 damage. And yeah, we see the Master Scheme continue to tick up in the hand. Deadly Shot will take out the Venomizer.
Ah, it works well for the Houndmaster.
Perfect lineup for this Houndmaster here.
So much damage coming in from Firebat, so smooth sailing here for boss number 5.
Firebat asking Cloudrose, you know what Flight does? Because these players did have a little bit of chance to familiarize themselves with just the very beginning of Chapter 1 while we were getting ready yesterday, but not a lot of experience, so these players are sort of learning as they go. All right, it's flying. Whew. What happens now?
So it looks like it becomes
We'll land in 2 turns,
Oh my
okay.
God.
Oh, gotcha.
I have to trade? This is ridiculous.
I have to trade, oh my god, this is not what hunters do.
Well, as Firebat will wait for Valyria to fall down,
Ooh,
switching over to Value Town with Trump and Crip.
Trumpet, just drew a Super Simeon Sphere. Summoned a King Mukla, which is untargetable and has Divine Shield and Rush.
It's got immunity, so King Mukla will never die.
Period.
It will never die.
Whoa.
And you can't target, so your opponent can't shuffle it in or mind control it. It is a permanent 5/5 beast on the board.
You can
Suffice to say, it is bananas.
we see even the volcano hitting it, doing nothing.
All right, well, Trump going through. Trump did very well in the dungeon run competition we had on Twitch a year and a half ago. He actually was one of 2 people to have a flawless run throughout the entire thing. The one drawback to that was people said Trump played very slow, but it seems like he's on a good pace right now.
He's got 4 bosses defeated so far. Looks like he's going to go with the Cool Taskmaster, Frothing Berserker. Now he's on to Gold Elemental.
Yes, the when damaged warrior.
And he's playing as the when damaged elemental. The Gold Elemental's hero power is whenever it takes damage damage, it gets a coin.
Yes.
So you sort of need to try to figure out, okay, is it worth pushing 2, 3, 4 damage here to risk giving the opponent the possibility of accelerating the large creatures.
That's right. We also got word that Trump's teammate, Kriparian, apparently is almost done with the first chapter. Grip known to do an occasional speed run or two back in the day.
It is worth noting, though, that the players, in order to advance to the second envelope, both players are going to have to complete the stage. So even if Krip is able to finish, he does need to wait until Trump is able to finish the chapter in order to move on.
Okay, so there has to be a bottleneck then.
Yeah.
You have to be very cautious.
Your team is only as fast as your slowest player.
Well, I guess they're as fast as Trump then at this point because Krip is speeding on ahead.
I mean,
Krip has world records in how fast he can play video games.
Who's ready to make some money?
But Trump seems to still be pretty much in command here, and we're going to see once again this King Mukla in action.
Boom.
It feels like all of Trump's
That is
minions
serious.
has rushed too.
Well, he had
has
rocket boots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he took rocket boots as one of his treasures, which if you haven't seen that before, it is literally your minions have rush. Yeah, which is pretty good with security over here. Some of you who may have played against Dr. Boom, Mad Genius, well aware that
times,
these guys rushing in are pretty powerful.
All right, we're going to check in with the last team that we haven't stopped by yet, and this is Team Ayaya, featuring Ali Straza and Sliss. They can hear us.
Ooh, interesting. So Elixir Vigor, when you play minions, shuffle up 2 copies of your deck, they cost 1. Resourcefulness is the start of the game. Equip a random weapon, give it +1/+1. Recycling after a friendly minion dies, gain 2 armor. So
Interesting. With the mage decks tend to be more spell reliant. Therefore, recycling seems a little bit weaker compared to other decks, say like Druid, that like to play tokens. So I can see maybe the other option being better. And Ali just favors early tempo.
Well, taking a look at her deck so far also, she has the Emerald Goggles, which is what we saw that Trump had, which is that your left-hand card costs 2 less.
Right.
So, that alongside the weapon gives just a super powerful early game. And now we see that Ali is getting to Tiny Finn's Tavern, where she will meet the Bartender. Bartender
Yes.
Bob here. And this is, one of the additional ways that the new heist content does give you the ability to customize your deck. You see that there are these various cards that Ali has access to here that she can spend gold. You see she has 2 gold, and she can choose to play any number of these that she can afford for 2 gold, or none of them, depending on what she chooses.
This is good because I'm going
Ooh, she just added all of those to her deck. Okay.
occasionally gives a helpful advice, like it basically like, oh, it cast a spell twice, or like it was fine, but like returning to friendly health to like my minion centric deck could kind of be good. I almost think this might be better in this particular situation.
That makes sense. Do you feel like your minions are typically
Yeah.
a little harder?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Meteor, Pyroblast, Meteorologist. Meteorologist is pretty bad. Barongeddon. God, I don't like any of these. But a Pyroblast is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. I don't want to be too spell heavy though. I've got minions though. I think we go big.
No, you're not looking at Ali, I don't think.
Oh, we're watching Sliss's point of view?
I don't think you're watching me.
Oh, okay, we're watching. So someone mentioned that. I think you might have got
I'm picking loot right now.
Oh, okay.
But so is she.
Wait, so you both were at the Bartender?
No, neither of us were. She just got to a bartender.
Oh. Production value. All right. So we have Valdera Highborn coming up next. His smile is disarming, but his fancy armor is the real threat. I feel that. I resonate very much so with that description. Passive hero power. Your hero can only take up to 3 damage at a time.
2 is pretty good.
And Ali Straza going to look to carry that momentum. We'll check in on her later. In the meantime, let's head on over to Grandmaster Patra. She is not only, of course, playing in this event, she is also eavesdropping on our caster conversation. Very happy with it. She'll be competing later this weekend in the Asia Pacific Grandmasters. In fact, we have 2 Grandmasters. They're both on the same team. So they have a lot of pride on the line, Kibler, here, as not only, of course, representative of OmniSlash, but also as the GMs.
Yeah, gotta represent. And now an opportunity for Patra to look at the options given to her by the friendly bartender Bob at Tiny Finn's Tavern. Looks like she has a lot of interesting stuff in her deck right now.
Right.
We see that Feral Gibber on the right has already gotten a modification that makes it a 3/3.
Yeah, and you get copies of those Feral Gibberers. And it might work fairly well, but again, we have to know a little bit more about the deck. But the whole point is that this bartender situation gives a lot of choices of how you want to outfit your deck for the remainder of the run.
Yeah, the whole idea here is that you give in addition to just adding cards, adding treasures to your deck, you have the ability to modify cards. We saw one of those was look at 4 spells in your deck. You may choose to reduce the cost of one of them. It's like I don't really like the options available to me. I'm going to fill this with nuke minions. And some of these are, the cards that just were flipped out are cards that are already in Patra's deck. The ones across from her on the table, she can choose, okay, do I want to, this one for instance, Round of Drinks, you can add all of those to your adventure deck, and they all get +1/+1 for the rest of the run, but you don't get to choose, right? You're going to get Dr. Boom, and you're going to get Finley.
Yeah.
And this option, you're fired.
That sounds pretty good to me, having a Dr. Boom.
Yeah, well, it depends on what your deck is doing, right? If your deck is particularly synergistic, maybe adding a Dr. Boom, a Mech Bear Cat, and the Dire Horn isn't really going to go with what your deck is doing. I mean, maybe you don't want the minions you already have. Ooh.
Ultimate Infestation. There's also Orb of the Untold, which is a 4-mana deal 20 damage to all minions.
Now, yeah, we see that
7 mana
able
Ultimate
to
Infestation.
modify that Ultimate Infestation, so 7 mana for in the future. Pretty powerful.
With that one, they're irregular.
Pretty powerful.
Well, this is getting a legendary minion to add to your deck.
There's only one clear
great
choice here.
Option
Brian
here.
There's only one clear choice, and if they want to live up to their team name Stupid Noobs, I think it's fairly obvious what should be chosen here. No! Come on! It was the Millhouse Mana Storm.
No.
Obviously, extremely risky card to play for very little benefit.
You have fun with all that mayhem and chaos you're causing. Very supportive bartender.
Well,
gonna listen to all your problems and be like, okay, I'm with you.
I definitely can see that the team name Stupid Noob was ironic at this point. I thought it was literal, but it seems like they are, of course, too good to fall for those tricks. So checking with Regis Kilvin, who is about to clear the Gold Elemental boss. This should be about boss number 4 or 5 on average. There are buckets of bosses that you tend to face, I believe, unless the formula has changed. And as you get closer to the 8th boss, it gets harder.
Okay, so
I love
now
the
Reese is
goggles,
picking
like-
treasures.
It's got to be Emerald Goggles, right? Yeah, I can just keep tapping through. I don't need health. I got a lot of healing. We don't need small backpacks, so it's got to be Emerald Goggles. The tempo's insane. Oh, interesting. More life gain. I feel like we're sufficient. Yeah, I like these. This looks good. Just adding some tempo to the deck. This is all stuff we already have. We need minions, resources. Yay! Oh, I'm on Bob.
Breaking some chaos and greed with relaxing beverage.
Laughing menacingly.
You're on camera, by the way.
Yeah. Good. Lucky you.
We don't even need to say anything, right? You're just sitting there talking through everything. So
Lucky you. All right. Bartender Bob. This is insane, right? I mean, we get Nat Pagel and Shifter's Heiress, but Nat Pagel's okay, right? We're tapping through the Pagel anyway. Like, we're getting enough cards.
What are your other options?
We got Dismiss. We can get rid of the Possessed or whatever. 1+2/+2. Reduce the cost of a random card in your deck to 0. Yeah, but like we have some bad options there too. Choose a friendly minion that gains +4/+4, but costs 2 more this run. I don't feel like that's going to work with anything. I think the round of drinks works, man. I'm okay with tanking a Pagel. Like, we're going to have big hands. Tezaris is going to turn into something anyway, so. Can we get a Mal'Ganis? Get a nice Soul Warden? Let's go. I mean, so you doing all right? You doing all right over there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What boss is this? 7? 6?
7th.
7. Let's go, dude. We got it. Let's go ahead and give us villagers some tempo here. Let's do it.
Come back again soon now.
I love Bartender Bob. I'm on 7, I guess, right? Completed 6. Or does that mean we're on 6?
No, you're on 6.
Okay. Oh yeah, because it'll go 7 out of 8.
All right, so Regis Kilbin able to make a pit stop by Bartender Bob, which we've been seeing a lot. Kind of feels like we're watching the Overwatch League at this point. Bob makes an appearance. He's a.
I get it. He's Ashenol.
Very good.
I know. I only know because I went to BlizzCon and I watched the trailer for it, but I know.
Yeah. Well, Slissa checking in on how she's doing as the hunter here. Seems like she's in pretty good position once again for the gold elemental, but I think some people are pretty close to finishing. We heard that Toast is on boss number 7.
Yeah, there are 8 total bosses, and remember, you know, the bonus for this round is that the players complete it with neither player failing in their run. So, you know, the players who are getting close now, you know, if they're able to actually complete, and both players do, not only do they get ahead, sort of in tempo, as it were, but they also get those bonus points.
Yeah, I just want Slissa to keep playing the Candle, which apparently has triple Twin Spell. Which I kind of want to see how that operates. Like you play it, and I guess you get 3 more copies of the Candle to play one more time. I have to find out myself.
So.
There's a lot of new interactions with this content, so you know, apologies if we're kind of just as discovering it just like you are.
Yeah, I mean that's you know, a lot of the fun of what's going on here is that, you know, this is the first opportunity these players have had to really dig into this as well as us. So, you know, we have no real idea of what to expect outside of you know, very limited initial playthrough to get to know what's going on.
Yes. Apparently we were slightly mistaken. Crip looked like he was advancing really far and almost finishing, but I don't think he has finished the chapter just yet.
Ooh,
also, this
mind control and the big bad Archmage gets...
Moger the Ogre!
Whoa.
That's going to make every minion attack randomly unless Crip removes it first.
Which he's going to do.
Which he will.
And
but
then,
that could have been very annoying to deal with.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's up against the final boss of the chapter.
The art does depict a very
look at this
creature.
Mech Warper plus Glinda.
Wow, he spotted that so quick too.
Going off. Infinite Mech Warpers. If only had room for the Mechanical Whelp too.
I guess.
Oh
my gosh!
Plus the Curse of Weakness takes out almost the entire board.
The combos.
Yeah. Death Lord, all right.
It's not quite the top deck Flame Strike, but that hurts just as bad.
The AI needed exactly that card.
Making space in the hand for the triple arcane missiles. You can also see a potential big minion being pulled off of Death Lord. That's an old card from, I believe, Nax Ramus. This summons a minion from your opponent's deck.
And it's going to be Garrison Commander. There could be more exciting results there, I'm sure, from Crip's deck. All right, well, we're going to go take a look at Firebat. He's continuing with his Hunter run here. He's got, Gazrilla with the Houndmaster shot, gets in there, doubles his attack right away. He's up against Queen Wagtoggle.
The drag queen of the kobolds.
She is Cobalt Queen is also robbing the bank and your minions. Her hero power summons a minion from your opponent's deck.
She's the seductress, right? She's the one who distracts the security guard while the other people sneak into the back.
Oblivitron, but we're just gonna see Gazrilla come down once again. Double up there.
Yeah, and that Gazrilla is going to be very fierce. And Firebat looking to close it out. Very close to finishing as well. This should be boss number 6 or
That's
7.
a 28 attack. That's going to be a 56 attack.
Does the computer find lethal on the opposite end?
Freebooter. All right. Well.
Attack the Gazrilla, please.
Aww.
So I'm done after this.
Oh, this is Firebat's
so
last boss.
This is in fact the final Chapter 1 boss for Firebat. So I'm not sure if anyone else has completed, but that is a full Chapter 1 run for Firebat. So that means now, as soon as Patra is able to finish her run, their team will be able to complete the envelope and move on to the next round.
This Firebat guy always trying to be the first of everything.
Yeah, first world champion, first to complete chapter.
It's embarrassing. I can do more than just sit here and
Well, this is probably the most annoying boss to go up against.
Oh yeah, so this
in a race type format where you're trying to go through without their highborn only allows you to deal 3 damage at a time, maximum. So if you attack with, a Gazrilla, 56.
This is the fastest thing I've ever seen Trump play. he's just really trying to get going. He's like, go, 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 go. Not in his element right here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Trump prides himself on his strategy as opposed to his speed when it comes to strategy games in general. If you ever watch him play, other like huge tactical games that take a span of hours, he likes to really take his time and think things through. Doesn't have the luxury of doing things.
Yeah, this is very much a timed event. The team that is able to advance first just gets to continue going into the future envelopes. So we shall see, if Trump's able to close this out pretty soon. But he's definitely, going a bit slow thanks to the armor passive hero power, making max damage of 3. So that Pyros connects, but not doing that much more damage than the microbots.
Well, Trump's just kind of waiting at this point. I do kind of wonder how his teammate Crip, what boss were you on? Alright. Alright, well, it looks like Crip complaining a little bit about the boss. Very unlike him. By the way.
Alright, well, looks like
a little last-ditch effort. Moat Lurker.
Nice 6-drop. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to see Trump finish that one out pretty easily. Take a look over on Ali Straz's game.
This seems to be Ali's last final boss as well. She has Archmage and Tinnitus uncontested on the board, but only a few mana crystals. This game escalated very quickly.
Well, yeah, so she has, I believe she has the, she has the goggles, I believe. Oh, so that means that the leftmost card in her hand is costing less. It looks like the Meteor is discounted as well, and the Pyro is discounted. So I think she has the spells cost less and the goggles, is my guess. The treasures? Oh.
Everything costs half.
Everything costs half. Oh, yes. That's one of the new ones, is that every single one of your cards costs half mana.
But you only can play 2 cards max.
2 cards per turn, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well,
that
got some big cards you can play here. Pyroblast for just 5 mana, giving her Fireball from Antonitis as well, going upstairs.
Is that good?
Yes. Just to clarify, if anyone's unsure. Looks like the water elemental has there's a minion has +2/+2 but costs 3 more.
Oh, and she even has the first aid healing to restore the health on the trades.
So yeah, looking like a fairly secure situation here. 3 mana Meteor, gonna get a 2 mana Fireball.
Yes, very accurate reflection of how it feels like going up against Mana Cyclone Mage these days.
Just keeps healing up. Death and Decay, not going to take out the Antonitis.
Oh, Kidnapper tempo,
Kidnapper does also not take out the Antonitis.
The water elemental, yes, that's the biggest threat. By all means.
And
this is a 2 turns.
Yep, going to be able to just send that Fireball to face. 3 more Fireballs in hand, but can only cast 2, crucially. And doesn't look like anything that Queen Wagtoggle is going to be able to do.
That's right. Instead, the Queen of the Dragons, Ali Straz, is going to be the second player across the finish line, it looks like.
I believe so. Looks like Firebat is done, Ali is done.
And they can help each other
So
focus on their teammate.
Yeah, while the players are playing individually, they are, of course, paired and can take a look at how they can aid their teammates. We see there, Boss is defeated 8. So, and this is crucial to note. One of the things that happens in the Dalaran Heist is as you progress, you unlock additional features here. So we see that Ali was able to unlock an additional mage starting deck, which is an elemental-based deck rather than the spell-based deck. In addition to that, there are ways that you could unlock alternate hero powers through playing a particular number of, for instance, playing a particular number of elementals will unlock a different hero power for mage. So the players have these sort of incentives to continue with the classes they started with because they are continuing to unlock more options with those classes as they go.
Yeah, like, can you do us a favor? Hit the back button. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought we were going to show exactly what you're talking about as an object lesson, if you will. But focusing back onto Crip, looks like he is also on his final boss. And seems like he's in pretty dominant position here, having the board control and having some pretty nice maze to follow it up. Seems pretty good to me. Pretty good. Crip, sorry, can keep pressing in here for more damage.
Yeah, this is worth noting. Crip only has 4 mana right now, so he definitely has a pretty explosive draw so far.
Yeah, the key seems to be the water elemental to stop. Oh, the vanish.
Vanish. Oof. Uh-oh.
It seems like the water elemental was really key to stop the King's Bane from getting out of control.
Ah, the leeching poison while frozen.
Getting that tempo out of the way. Or a mana spell, rather.
Well, but the Legion Poison changed to only this turn, so it doesn't actually do anything.
Right. I forgot about that change. You're right. It still has the code of trying to make it permanent. Always amusing to see the AI, of course, go for suboptimal plays.
Is the AI also on Team Omega 1?
That's right.
Alright, well...
oh, the splitting image secret setup. Very nicely done. And having 2 water elementals, which the AI willingly attacked.
Doomerang, taking it out. And then Queen Wagtoggle's hero power is, as we mentioned before, summon a minion from your opponent's deck, but when it dies, give it back. Blade Flare. Okay.
Just learned that.
And does get to steal the freebooter at least, but looks like Queen Wagtoggle is out of cards pretty much. Going to be largely using that hero power.
Yep, and Crip even has this funny synergy with the Cryomancer and the Frozen Phantom freebooter. Looks like everything is smooth sailing here, unless there's some big pulls off of the hero power or there's an amazing top deck.
That's nothing. You take back.
Garrison Commander.
Oh, can hero power again?
But it doesn't.
Oh.
It apparently can't hero power again.
Advantage, you want to burn that coin.
Am I mistaken? That's that a battle card?
Let's make magic.
Okay, you should test that too. I got double vanished yesterday.
Huh. Well, Crip is going to continue to press in here. The Nexus Champion Sarai, one of my favorite legendaries from the Grand Tournament, gets to give you a random spell every time you hero power. I feel like the game is giving Crip a little bit of an easy road. You know, you can't utilize these interactions like Garrison Commander.
All right. Does steal a Messenger Raven. Not terribly exciting. Polymorphs something into a boar. Death Rattle does go back into Crip's deck.
Faces Summer.
And now, Crip is trying to get things over with.
Yes, now this is pretty much Crypt trying to finish so that way
Okay.
he can get Trump a
good
little
plan.
bit of help and then ideally move on. I don't think any player has lost yet either, which is a good sign.
Send in the troops, just trying to take Queen Wag Toggle down. Gonna steal from the box. Tricaster. Oh, it looks like Patra just finished as well. So it looks like Firebat and Patra of the Noobs are the first team to complete the first envelope. And Core's gonna go over
That's
and
right.
give them a new
Thank you.
envelope with their next quest.
Grandmasters finishing strong for Chapter 1 quest. That's 10
Oh, wait,
points.
we have another one. God, I thought we were done.
All right, complete Chapter 2, each player with a different class. Bonus, complete Chapter 2, each player with a different class. You always have to kill an enemy that's inside a violet prison.
What?
I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll see in Chapter 2.
Well, let me explain that to you, Firebat. Excellent alley-oop, as always. Omnicast synergy. We have complete Chapter 2, each player with a different class. With the Violet Prison as a bonus incentive, in Chapter 2, there are creatures or minions on the board that stay inside of a dormant minion slot for a certain amount of turns. After the turn timer hits, very similar to, say, a shrine from Rostercon's Rumble Run, it'll unlock. But in this case, for the bonus, you have to wait for it to unlock and then kill the minion before you finish the game.
We have to play
Huh?
different classes.
Yeah, we have to play different.
It's
Oh,
Alright.
wait.
So so
we
each
have to-
game,
wait.
there's a Violet Prison. There's a dormant minion on the board.
Wait, but first, it says complete Chapter 2, each player with a different class. Does that mean different class than what we did in Chapter 1?
This is a different class from one
Or just
another.
from
One
each
another or
other.
from Chapter 1?
Yeah, I believe.
So if I played
This is my
Hunter,
executive ruling
So you
right
can be
now.
Hunter again.
Apparently, we're the judges
I'm
of this
making it up.
tournament.
Can I be Hunter again?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool,
Cool.
Yes, you can
You
be
going
Hunter
Hunter?
again.
I'm going Hunter again.
Because we
Hunter
do get
main.
to see, by you being Hunter again,
Alright, I'm
the
just gonna go
way
Druid
that it
again.
continues the progression of you being a Hunter.
Okay.
Yes, you can actually use different decks and hero
Yeah.
powers as
You
go
unlock
along.
new stuff as you go, as you continue to play with the same
The
stuff.
Oh, you did this one yesterday. You
That's what-
only
yeah.
started at Chapter 2 yesterday when we were doing the practice thing.
Yeah.
Do you know the other hero powers for Hunter as you unlock it, Firebat?
Oh, what is this?
So the second hero, the normal hero powers deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, steady
Right.
shot. The second one is Opportunist, give a minion +2 attack this turn, and the third one is Pet Training, add a 1/1 chameleon to your hand.
I just
don't
kept
know
the
what the
basic hero
chameleon is.
power because I wanted Scavenging Hyena in my deck.
All right, well that is a summary of how Firebat hits top 50 legend every season in a nutshell.
I wanted Scavenging Hyena in my deck. Good call. Good call.
All right, I also saw that Crip and Trump raised their
Yeah.
hands. You guys
Did
have
you
done?
guys also completed?
Like 2 seconds later,
Okay,
Trump was
okay.
waiting for me. I got held up on boss 7 forever.
All right. Well, we have
It's
two
okay.
teams so far
runner
that are
up,
into
first
envelope
loser.
number
Might as well
2.
just do the same deck again. We're used to it.
So we just have to wait for the thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my guy. It's like 5 minutes.
All right, so we're taking a look at Patra here, who's
You always have to
continuing
kill an
with
enemy
her
that's
druid
inside
deck.
a Violet Prison.
Yes. So the Violet Prison, you can see, are dormant minions on the center of the
Yeah.
board here for Patra. If she wants to finish the bonus objective, she will have to wait until that Violet Prison unlocks and then kill off the opposing minion. But the thing is, I think it's a randomized set of minions, so they can sometimes be very cheap minions that have low impact, or they could be legendaries that are very powerful but take 9 turns to unlock. In this case, it seems like
there
it's
you
just a 3-turn unlock.
Yeah,
for
so
Patra.
it is worth noting, I sort of misspoke a moment ago, they don't keep the same deck. They're actually restarting, much like you do in a new dungeon run or monster hunt, with a completely reset deck. There are different options you can unlock for a
you
new
can
deck,
see what it
but you
is.
start
It's a Tauren warrior.
from the beginning, sort of building up your deck and its various strengths and treasures as you go.
Yes.
And we see, if they are looking to complete the bonus, as you mentioned, they need to wait until these Violet Prisons break open to finish, and then kill the minion within the Violet Prison, and then win the game.
Druid tends to play a lot of different range of strategies, from being combo-oriented with
There you
big
go.
minions, or you could have a token base. There's also Jades, which are still very good. And Patra has unlocked the Torn Warrior, and as you heard from their commentary, that you can even preview it to plan ahead. unlocks her Yeti to the Tauren Warrior. Prison Break.
Boom, Blessing Ancient's AoE, taking down the Tauren Warrior, so this has now completed the bonus. You don't have to kill your own minion in Violet Prison, that's not part of it. Just kill the opposing minion that was in the Violet Prison.
Now that would be a plot twist.
It's like, okay, now I gotta figure out a way to get this killed and then win.
That's right. And it looks like Patrick's going to cruise to an easy boss one victory. Again, the first few bosses tend to be relatively simplistic. Most of it is, well, one, to kind of add some dynamic gameplay for you to understand what your deck is trying to do, but also to build the foundation for your future turns, or for your future bosses. Now, Firebat has a much heavier minion he has to wait for. It's a 6-mana Spectral Pillager. So if he wants to get this bonus on the way, he has to wait for that thing to be freed.
That's gotta be tough when you're just trying to smork them down, right? You're like, okay, I want to go face, I want to go face, I want to go face. Oh no, I can't go face now. What am I gonna do?
Well, it's the same thing with the character that went in flight.
Ooh,
that's
a nice drop. Houndmaster.
Just want to kill the man. Wow, look at that respect.
I guess I trade.
Well, if
I gotta wait around anyway.
Yeah, you gotta hang out exactly, Firebat. You just
Sure.
gotta hang out and wait for the damage.
Right, build up the board. Looks like Firebat frees his prisoner. It's the Harbing Celestia, which will convert to any minion that plays. I wonder if like the boss accidentally kills itself and then it just ruins the bonus
I'd be
challenge.
very upset.
Yeah. If the boss like hellfired right now before the thing came out, it's like, oh no, oh no.
Wow, this might be the first time I ever see Harbin Celestia be able to attack for 5.
World first. And now,
again,
worth noting again, Firebat has lethal here. Clearly, he can attack into this opposing board and kill the opponent. But he's got to wait. He's gonna wait. He's gonna give himself enough. He has to wait another 2 turns before he can actually get lethal if he wants to try and get this bonus. And this, there is of course a risk here. Perhaps the opponent, manages to, AOE your board, set up an ice barrier. Who knows? But there are a lot of things that could go wrong.
Oh, Firebat, you're giving the boss a chance to kill itself with the explosive trap setup.
I got a taunt. It'll be fine. I'll put another one out there just to be safe.
What if it just has a card that allows it to ignore taunts, aka cheat?
Oh, we went away. We won't see what happens. Firebat, tell us. Do you get the bonus?
How many
Yes.
fingers?
What did happen at the end of
He made a 5/5. I killed it, and now I'm in a hero power.
Good choice. All right, well, now we are moving over to Trump, whose own minion is free of Violet Prison. It is a Voodoo Hexer. And looks like Trump did get the upgraded hero power. One of the upgraded hero powers, or rather alternate hero powers for Warrior here.
Warrior has the normal gain 2 armor. It also has Mr. Chu, my 4th grade science teacher. Invigorating Brew, dealing 1 damage to a minion and give it +2 attack, aka the cool Taskmaster effect. The 3rd hero power for Warrior, also still under Mr. Chu, which is the Pandaren you see on your board. Shuffle 2 explosives into your opponent's deck. So big fans of Bomb Warrior also get to play it. Stack.
Right, and it looks like the Bone Drake is going to be released from prison. And then Trump will... Ooh, his opponent, though, has the hero power of all healing is doubled, so back up to 15.
That's annoying. This is still give him the opportunity to clear and have lethal.
The Axe Flinger throws the axe to the face. Looks like he's still got it. Math adds
Nicely
up.
done.
Yes.
And Trump's going to
continues the bonus run. So it's worth noting that the players need to continue throughout this run, every single boss killing the enemy inside the Violet Prison in order to get this bonus. Unlike the previous bonus, if the players do fail to kill a minion within Violet Prison and wish to continue and try to get the bonus, they can restart their run. All right, looks like Regis Kilbin is up against Trade Prince Galliwix.
I got healing in the deck. We got a taunt.
Uh-oh, so Trade Prince Galliwix's hero power is the first card that an opponent plays each turn. he gives you a coin and takes a copy. So looks like Regis played that Frostborn and was a little bit unhappy that, oh yeah, I gave him one. Galliwix is currently in fatigue. This is because the Galliwix has Fel Reavers in the deck. So you build up coins, you can end up essentially milling your opponent's entire deck with those Fel Reavers, and that's a fairly core strategy against this particular boss.
Yeah, so based off hearing the conversations back and forth between Regis and
We're
Toast,
fine on this actually, right?
it seems like Regis is pretty unhappy.
Right now, assuming nothing else changes, I believe Regis is still okay.
You can play the taunt and then cube and then rally.
Oh yes, yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. So taunt.
Taunt, cube, rally.
We give him a taunt, but we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
Cube. Rally.
You see the interaction of the hero power there.
We get 4 3/6s.
Gets the
right?
coin.
Yeah.
Ends up giving the
Here. Yeah, the
there we
Doomsayer.
go. Boom. Oh, it looks like he has a double death rattle hero, or rather ability.
Oh.
Doom Pact.
Interesting.
Okay. Well,
Fine.
We're fine.
worth noting though, his opponent does not have armor.
Oh, you're right.
So the Ironwood Golem cannot attack currently. So we'll see if how Regis decides to handle this, because if they're whatever that last card is.
Well, does he die to fatigue?
We're not fatiguing.
Yeah, Regis has 13
We
cards
just don't play
left.
anything.
Wow, that was really convenient.
You just have to
I'm so used to casting and the players not being heroes.
It's like I have an
What's his
important
fatigue at? What
concern
did
that
you
I'm
say,
interested in. Now the players are just like, oh, it's
so we're
this.
fine on fatigue as long as it's not damage. We never lose. Or armor.
Yeah.
What's the card? What's Trade
you
Prince
pass it.
Galliwix got?
Goes to white place.
Was it your card? Do we know?
We have Aranasi Brood Mothers.
Oh,
we have Sides of
hey,
Soul.
there
We
we
have
go.
all that stuff.
Hey.
Now you're just passing until the
And
end.
this is the.
Woo.
You're gonna steal my
almost threw a
stuff,
little bit
fine.
there.
I'm gonna give you nothing to
Scary.
steal.
Oh my god.
As this winds down in fatigue here.
Absurd.
And I'm
Spooky
guessing
stuff.
one more click of your go is
Spooky
gonna mean
stuff.
Regis
these
Kilman is
final
gonna complete this final
I
boss.
almost threw a little bit though. That's scary.
It's alright, it happens.
Almost threw a little bit.
Hey.
Is Toast also done? It looks like I see a high five over there. Yep, looks like they're asking for a new envelope to move on to Chapter 2. So that does mean that 3 of our teams looking to advance to Chapter 2. It is Slissa and Ali Straza, who
Lagging
we see Slissa here. She looks like she might be in some trouble.
Oh, yes. Actually, it's not even the fact that she's behind. I think Slissa might die here.
Hey.
It's a possibility.
There.
This is a tough situation. Togwaggle.
I take it back. I don't want have players that are going to cast.
7.
Yeah, but that's not right.
And then we probably got to kill a 3/3.
Yeah.
And then we probably just got to dump.
Yeah.
No battle
Do you
cry
want to
for
use
Cracking Razor Maw.
3 for 5, 6, 7? We could just not play the. Actually, unless we want to get the Dragon Hawk down to try and adapt it, but like.
Yeah, I think we're gonna die. So this is happening, and this is happening, right? Okay, so we should do that now. Or.
But the other line we could do is not play the 7/7 and like take away another 3/3 on the board and use the Eaglehorn Bow.
This is dying. Which one? Does it matter who we kill? Like, does he have max? Ooh. If
Sure,
you
kill the mech just
yeah.
in case.
Okay. And then.
You know what I mean? Like if you want to take that 3 damage,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god.
It's okay. Don't panic. I honestly think we could still be fine here. Let's see, 7, 8 damage. Should we just play the Dragon Hawk and then go for the adapt next turn? You know, and just like hope he doesn't kill us? Or do you want to go like with the small minions? Because we can play all 3 and we could trade the bow into the 3/3 and just take the damage, you know?
I don't believe Galliwix keeps the buff on the copied card, by the way. So part of the reason, again, for people who don't understand, is that their
like,
opponent,
if we put this on,
their opponent will get a copy of whatever they play. So they play this grotesque Dragonhawk. It's going to give the opponent ammo for them to kill them.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough spot. This Galliwix can be a difficult boss to take out.
Yes, because of that copy card mechanic. And it almost is very hard to outvalue that. That's why in a way, it was impressive to see Regis fatigue because remember, they get copies and they double their deck sizes. All right, this seems kind of doable.
Okay, we've got 9 mana. I think we have to face tank the 4-1.
Yeah.
You know, and then keep the 8-4 alive. And then trade into the guy. And God, it sucks to give him the Dragon Hawk, but
It be like that sometimes.
it happens, you know?
It's a 9/9 Dragonhawk. It's a big fellow.
He has a big fellow now.
It's fine. We're just gonna
nice and cheap.
Play didn't play. Okay.
Oh, spare part.
Give me a spare.
Going face.
Stop going face.
I honestly, I know we're at 9. I know it looks bad, but we might actually be okay.
Houndmaster for
All
the
right,
Dragonhawk
so-
now.
Well,
Houndmaster and the Cave Hydra actually
Mega
would've been
Win
super
Fury is
nutty.
nice. We obviously are going to want to trade the 9/9 into the 4/5, right? To
Right.
keep our 8/4 alive. So we could probably start with that. And then we could trade the 8/4 in and
buff
just
this.
and smork. We could just smork. Is that risky?
Smork better.
But we want to put both down.
You can trade into the Yeti and give him the spare part instead of a minion.
Yeah, we could.
Coaching.
You don't need help. You don't need any help. I gotta ask again, is this really a sabotage? What's next? We're gonna make Crip and Trump eat ice cream? Ah, you poor guys.
Is it vegan ice cream?
No, maybe that's the real punishment.
You can't get the bonus points, Crip.
So yes, stupid news. Patcher and Firebat in the lead currently, and they will be holding the plush. Team Value Town in second with Crip and Trump in third place. Team Omega Low with Regis Kilbin and Disguised Toast, and Team Ayaya with Ali Straza and Slissa. Things are heating up. I think everyone's firmly in Chapter 2. Are they waiting for us? Everyone's staring at me as if I'm supposed to let you guys play.
Are we ready? Are we gonna
Yeah,
go? I see a gameplay screen. Everyone,
thumbs up. Everyone can keep playing.
And go. Let's do it. And we see we're just picking up where we left off here. So the players are just resuming the previous gameplay. There's no, you know, you got to start over from where you were kind of thing. You know, you are still just on whatever boss in whatever chapter you were already on here. And Patra, you know, looks to be doing pretty well here. Doesn't need to take out. I believe that was an auctioneer that's in that, yes, in the Violet Prison in order to continue with the bonus. Looks like she's well on their way to victory here. Hold the gates, hero power, given that +0, +2, and taunt.
If Patra accidentally steals it with like the Sylvanas, does that count against the quest?
You gotta kill it. You gotta kill it. That's what the quest says.
Interesting.
Wait, you gotta kill it?
According to the quest log, it says you always have to kill an enemy that's inside the Violet Prison.
That is indeed what it says.
Yes.
Ooh, with Mark of Yasharaj, you can face and trade with Knuckles. Big Knucks. I mean, this is, I'm just excited by that, you know?
Yes.
There's always the weird dynamic of, you know, trying to do commentary. People just hear what you say.
Yeah, this is why players wear large headsets with white noise on stage.
Ooh, anomalous.
That's okay. We got this.
Yeah, I don't think anomalous is gonna matter here. You got a misclick, but you go face and trade.
Oh, you should punch.
Still, you could have done it.
Punch with the knuckles.
Missed knuckle.
Give him the gorilla fist.
All right, and I believe. Oh, I wanted to see what boss that meant that Patra was on here. But we're gonna see a freezing potion. Interesting from the boss Ali Straza is up against.
Yeah. Seems like Ali's just getting started as well, so should be relatively simple, unless the Violet Prison gives very powerful means to your opponents.
It's an equal exchange. One
Seems like there's.
for one.
Oh, hold on. Shenaniganry is being had. part of the issue with early on is that you can get overwhelmed easily if you're not careful, but it seems like Ali's going to be okay.
But you know, again, it is worth noting, you know, that these players are very much on the clock, you know, looking to complete these faster than one another in order to sort of stay ahead. Though, as we saw, you know, it's not necessarily best to be #1. Speaking of which,
I don't know. I feel like it is pretty good to be #1 to get some.
Well,
of these
you do
sabotage.
get it. Does. It would appear that you get sabotage, though. I don't know where the question is. I don't know if we could find it.
Oh, it's sabotage for the
sabotage for the
following
next
round.
chapter.
Gotcha.
Okay, we just got a clarification.
Or next
that
chapter.
The sabotage is apparently for the next chapter rather than right now. So they have to use it for the next. Interesting.
Oh, discover a quest reward.
Huh. Interesting. So case study gives you some options later on within the game, or if there's not necessarily a particular treasure here that is good for your deck.
Yeah, the thing is that it seems like there's a lot of range of the quest. Like, what if you have, you know, the crystal core and you can't even finish it because you don't have it?
Oh, is this? Oh, yeah, it is. I was thinking it was discover a treasure, not a quest reward. But then, you are correct. It does say quest reward.
I think that's how I would interpret it.
Yeah,
I actually haven't got a chance to play.
I think it sounds like you're right. Oh, Maleficent Mana Storm, Red Spouse of Millhouse, whom she'd like to have a word with. This is the final boss, by the way.
Is it the spouse or is it
here.
the ex-spouse?
It does. It says
Kibler.
spouse. That's what it says.
It did not look like it was a
She does not look. She does not sound happy. She does not sound happy.
Yeah, Millhouse went to go get a pack of cigarettes quite some time ago.
Well, he was stuck in what was it? What was that place in Burning Crusade where people freed him from? He was in. Millhouse Mana Storm was first
Azeroth?
introduced.
I don't know.
Azeroth is just the name of the world in general.
Middle Earth?
No.
Mordor.
You're getting closer. This is the final boss for Trump here. And we see he's got a Batterhead, and the opponent has a Taz Nosk Whisper. Finally free of this person, Mage Prison, and then here he is, Millhouse showing up.
No, he shows up anyways.
Oh no, that voice, Millhouse. And then he's gonna leave you. He doesn't want to have anything to do with Maleficent Mana Storm. He's just out of here. I like the story.
He's out to the store.
All right, we're throwing a Toast here, who is choosing a treasure. He's trying to figure out which of these he wants. Resourcefulness at the start of the game, give a weapon with ++1. Battle Totem, double your battle cards. Or Robes of Gaudiness, your cards cost half, but you can only play 2 cards per turn. He's got a lot of top end in this deck. Does seem like the
I think it is
pretty
Robes,
sweet.
just because it allows me to pick heavier.
Oh, sure. You already have Sneeds and Uberak Malagos, too.
Yeah.
You're actually in a good spot, yeah. Because you don't need to play 3 or 4 things.
Oh
my god.
Brian Kibler intensifies.
I know what I want him to take. He doesn't have that much of steel stuff, right? He's a pilfer.
He has a face collector. He has 2 face collectors, a
Three face
blink
collectors.
fox.
3 face
Oh, 3
collectors.
face collectors. A blink fox and
Toast. Do it for the fans.
Violet Haze.
I have
Chat
Doxeron,
spam
and you
test.
3 times
Pilfer.
test. This is the dream. I can't believe you did it.
Just imagine all the sub counts climbing.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
I
right,
can
Bartender Bob
Do you
here
think
in
the
Tiny
might
Finn's
go here?
Tavern. What? Oh, look.
Oh, if you get a chance to add more into his deck, this is the perfect add your minions on the board into your deck.
No, don't give her a test. No. Wow. All right.
Monster.
Let's go watch someone else. Let's
What
get
have
off
you
of Toast
done?
here. He's just a hater.
You're a monster,
We're just
dude.
gonna watch someone else. I don't want to see any of this anymore. If you were
just
veteran
very
Toast, you could get a Tess. Just think about it. Think about it. All right, moving on to Firebat here. Firebat, what boss are you on?
I think I'm on boss number 7.
Boss number 7, almost to the end.
But it's not going great.
Does not look like it's going great. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Protective Bubble
Oh,
gives. Ooh, that is a fearsome Dreadlord with Divine Shield. It's a scroll. No longer a scroll. Not even a scroll in play.
Firebat, what you got?
This is pretty good.
All right.
Ooh, when you got an empty hand, that's a pretty good card to draw. For those watching at home at home who might be wondering why Firebat does not have a giant plushie in his arms right now, the Sabotage is for the next envelope. It lasts for the duration of that envelope. So they need to complete the third envelope with the Sabotage effect.
Oh, and he has the passive of every minion that dies, he gains 2 armor, which
Ooh,
works fairly well with Halazi synergy.
Yeah, all right. Got something going on here. That was a very big draw for Firebat there. He needed a little bit of help, and he found it.
Flame Geyser to remove a little bit of the board presence. Firebat needs every single point of damage on the board to contest his Frozen Crusher, but he keeps gaining life for a while.
I'm going to fatigue it. That's the
Firebat
plan.
always wants to fatigue everyone. Ooh, Leroy, it's an excellent fatigue card.
Really good for trading.
It's true.
It does kill the 8/8, which is pretty important, actually.
Yeah. Utilizing his life as a resource. What's the fatigue count on both sides?
You've got 10 cards.
Alright, so Firebat's ahead. Slissa getting the win, charging
I
through.
want him to be able to kill himself. He wouldn't do that.
Alright, I gotta pick a treasure.
Ooh. Let's
Fill the board with a Noyo.
recast all spells you cast on this minion this run.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Alistro the Immortal. Oh my goodness.
That is like...
But Hunter's not a class that buffs its minions with single
unless it's a
target.
beast. Annoying Horn, fill your board with annoying minions.
All spells you cast
Yes.
on this minion this run.
Annoya Horn is actually a lot more powerful than you might think it is, because it's not Annoyatrons, there's also Annoya modules in the mix too.
Are those the 2 options?
I think
I would
there's
guess
also one more that I can't imagine. But basically, it's like taunt
Just
Divine
Leroy?
Shield.
Leroy's pretty annoying. I get annoyed by Leroy pretty frequently. I'm like, God, Leroy again!
It's just like, you know,
Discover
Is it just like
7
you
evil
find
miscreants
annoying?
just come out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
Probably discover a quest reward, right?
I don't know what a quest reward is.
Like,
oh, like a
like
quest, an
yeah,
action quest.
like mage quest, like get
Oh,
to play
yeah,
twice.
That could be kind of
Get
decent.
Galvadon, the last
Yeah,
Kaleidosaur,
Galvadon.
obviously. Duh.
In before it's like the Hunter quest, the Jungle
It's
Giants.
Discover, it's Discover.
It is Discover.
Or-
You get to
I can
Discover.
get Galvadon
Right, I'm
every
saying,
time
I'm
if I
saying,
want.
you might get like the Druid, the Rogue, and the Hunter quest, and you're like, oh.
But it's
Well,
the
the Druid
reward.
quest is just like,
it's
a reward, not the
It's
quest.
not the quest.
the
Oh,
the
your reward.
Yeah, you get the reward.
Right, you don't just get the quest. The
Yeah.
quest reward for
Oh,
like
you're
basically
right.
anything is good.
Okay. You're right, you're right.
Shuffle a Kadoom by.
All right.
Oh God, I don't know what's
these
better
ones?
here.
Okay, I need. All my minions have brush, so these are like interesting. Battlecry minion. That seems slow.
This just seems like a
That
better
seems
card.
slow, but at the same time they rush.
Which is the rocket
Maybe
backpack.
it's
Yeah, all of our
fine.
creatures have rush, so
Actually,
pretty powerful. Does make anything any like big minion much
What do you
stronger in
think?
general. Also makes something like Carnivorous Cube much more powerful because you can rush it in and get it killed right away.
Is the 50th thing like, you know, a gimmick or like?
It seems like a game ender, but at the same time, maybe they don't draw all their cards. Like, how many cards do they have? Like, because when we were at the point where we're like, maybe we'll get it, he still had 16 cards. So I was like, yeah,
Alright, I'm gonna go with it.
it's like a little scary. What do you think here? Because okay, I have rush thing, right? So like,
We're going to Crip. I believe Crip is on the final boss here of the second chapter. So he is looking like he's in a solid position as well.
Yes, assuming, I mean, these double Azure are big pickups.
Yeah.
Thick minions on the board, drawn more
To the
resources.
void, banish a minion to the void.
That's
What?
amazing hero power.
Look at my hand. First card.
Void Shift. What does it do?
We can't look at your hand. You gotta look at it for us.
Okay.
Straight up minions,
Oh.
summon minions from the void. Okay. Oh wow.
Summon
Alright.
all minions from the void.
Yes. We both start with 2, I think.
Interesting. Well, seems like Crib has the final answer then.
It sounds like Trump just finished his chapter 2 run. So
Look at Team Value Town.
yeah, they are
taking the
in
lead.
position to firmly take the lead here. You know what, golden candle, Crip?
No. You have to remember it's in the wood.
Alganis comes down.
Yeah, it seems like time's on Crip's side here. Just
So
go for the voice shift immediately.
ooh, wow. 3 big minions, including an Antonitis.
I should play that. I think I'd
He
hold
can
it.
still banish this into the void, so he can still deal with at least a couple of these.
Interesting choice.
Okay. Not the one that I would choose.
Listen,
that is one way you can live your life.
Wow! Celestial Emissary to unexpected results, getting 2/7 drops.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out here. So that, I believe, is a dude that'll copy itself.
Oh yeah, this is looking pretty firmly controlled for Crip here, but looks like Crip's doing really well. Let's check out the Firebat though. Sounds like he's in. Oh no, he sounded like he was in trouble, but he just lost that game, so he's gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Oh, we have our first defeat.
Yeah, we have our first defeat and our first player.
Wow, Firebat, you really have to be the first for everything. The first guy to complete chapter 1, the first chapter, and the first guy to lose.
Yeah, you're just taking every world first here. All right, well, it looks like Crip and Trump have completed envelope number 2. So we're gonna have to get them envelope number 3.
We have to get them envelope number 3.
Here it comes.
Yes.
Oh, and oh, I see the plushies.
Thank you.
Just off stage.
All right, let's see what
They're
we're
nearly
doing.
ready for the 3rd challenge. All right, Crip, will you read aloud your quest?
Complete chapter 3, each player with a different class, as always. The bonus, each player with a different class, never end your turn with 4 minions on the board.
Well, you've been training for years, Crip, against mind control tech. This very day, you have been annoyed. You are prepared.
Well, I think it's exactly 4. You can have 5, right? Doesn't say at least 4.
Well, I won't ruin the surprise of why you can't, but yes, you are correct.
Okay.
You can technically try to end it with 5.
So just not 4.
Yeah. All right, let's get started.
No, it says never end your turn.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were in first place.
You're in first place now.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, now it's chapter 3, and then the team that is in first place, which is now.
Okay.
Apparently, is that a core ruling?
That bear is as big as Trump.
I'm pretty sure that's the bear Trump used to hug and eat a cookie on stream when people used to donate to him. Wow. I thought we were only supposed to play with 2 players on the team.
Oh.
Yeah. Getting a little outside assistance here. All right, well, let's see if we can get a look at
I think we need to have the
chapter 3 with
the Titanic flute music playing as we
We're going to check on Toast's progress as he's given a beatdown. Still in chapter 2. He doesn't seem to have a test in his hand. I'm very disappointed.
All right, this thing deals 1 damage at the end of a turn to all characters, which works really well with the thermal plug if you can get it on your opponent's minions.
Yeah, and that is created by the hero power of Laventhor, which is the opposing hero.
Playing Burglar, just trying to get some powerful cards. Gets Jade Lightning, very nice. Toast, what's in the Violet Prison for you?
And it's a King.
Oh, okay. Oh!
But it's not gonna reach to turn 9. I'm finished this game on turn 7.
So you're not. Oh, that's actually worth checking in on. Did Trump and Crip complete the bonus for that last round as well? They did a thumbs up. So if you guys want to stay on pace with them,
We're there so far.
Just have to wait 1 more turn, and then the crush is unleashed.
they do need
Man,
to.
I'm hoping for like a Wind Fury, like Blessed Champion type turn here. Just be so epic.
All right, it's an Obsidian Destroyer, Cloaked Sentry. Oh, you only got 1 Raptor. Value. Rah.
Taunts are annoying, but I think he's got enough damage to push through.
He can like accidentally kill his opponent before killing the Obsidian Destroyer with those leper gnomes.
Oh my god.
This is annoying, right? At least you got it.
All right, and it looks like Toast is able to get all the damage she needs to take down the Violet Prison minion as well as take down the opponent. That that leper gnome was just hanging out in like the body of Thermoplug. He was just like climbing into his exoskeleton. All right, now take a look at how Patra's doing right now. You know, Firebat and Patra, you know, they were in the lead before, but you know, with Firebat having to restart due to being defeated, you know, they got some catching up to do.
Yeah, this is the final boss, it looks like, though, for Patra, so she could at least finish up here and then maybe team up with Firebat later on, but it's very close. She's at 4 life.
Yeah, it's not a lot of life to work with right now. She does have anti-magic shell in hand, so her minions can get big, but she needs to find a way to deal with all 3 of these large minions, or else it's going to be lethal, depending on what that secret is that she has. I don't see any taunts or... Oh, there is an ice block at least. Okay, so that is definitely something which can mix things up.
Oh, what should I do? It's like... I might as well just play everything. Oh, forgot about this.
Huh, well, that makes it a lot easier.
Well, it does need to get the Elder Tagwaggle, Elder Tagawag.
Are you kidding me? That's a 4 damage.
Oh, it's a battle cry. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, there's a way. I was thinking there's a death rattle effect. But
that's what I was saying. I was like, well, that makes it a lot easier in terms of how this turn pans out.
The death rattle is shoveled in your deck.
I did not see that.
That is one of the treasure cards. Uh-oh, the wrench. Does she have a mech? She does. Oh, not in the face. Gonna kill your minion.
Never go face. Wow, and now Patra has ways to go wide on the board too, like very wide. Plus 8 from the Magic Shell and the Blessing of Ancients. It wouldn't be enough damage, but she could set up what is equivalent of 2-turn lethal here with a very powerful board.
We're going to check back in with Crip here, who's in the beginning of Chapter 3. So the twist for Chapter 3.
Can't play that, basically.
The meat carts. There are. It looks like. Oh, okay.
So it's 3 blockers, so basically I can't fill my board.
Right. So you were correct in that you could play 5 minions.
You really can't.
But I guess if you were able to.
It is in fact impossible.
Right. These are dormant slots that will not change throughout. So you have 4 minions maximum that you can put on
the board. Right, this is one of the early stages, however, so obviously the opponent doesn't have that much life to work with. See, the equivalent exchange keeps swapping random cards in each player's hand. So you can end up with some ridiculous stuff. That Ancient Watcher, probably a pretty good thing to swap over to your opponent when they have no way to use it. Looks like Crip is able to find lethal, though. 2 to the face and a Frostbolt will get him to the next boss and some treasures along the way.
All right, well, we're going to check in with Regis. Regis, what boss number is this?
Boss number 7.
Ooh, getting close to the end. How's Toast doing over there?
Boss number 8.
Ooh, okay, so
Yeah,
Regis and Toast are getting close to the end of Chapter 2.
I was feeling better when I looked
It's
at
got a
his hand.
Calicos for 5, okay.
That Spire value.
Boom, Squire.
Boom.
All right, well, this what's in the prison here?
We got a Core Hound, and I don't remember what my dude is.
It won't tell us.
He doesn't tell you?
It's hiding.
Oh, it's about to hash. That's
okay.
why. 7 mana.
Oh, Sky Captain
Sky
Crag.
Captain Crag. Okay.
Pretty solid.
All right, all right.
Is nice.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yes,
Calicos.
the Caligos.
What do we get here?
There's some pretty
gotta be a
spicy
splitting
stuff
image.
here.
splitting image is quite interesting with the
Gotta do the
Calicos.
splitting image.
What is the what's opposing hero power here?
Oh, your battle cry.
We'll never know. On a Toast.
It's gotta be
Oh, so this is Toast is up against the same boss we saw Crypt facing earlier with the hero power that sends minions to the Void. Void shifts here. Gets out of Void Lord. Uh-oh.
Then Toast also hatches his Violet Prison minion.
Okay, the Gilland Royal Guard here. Looks like Toast has the half-cost treasure. So got Nubarak for 4.
When the
Steeds
hero
for
power
3.
banishes it to the Void, I'm assuming it also doesn't trigger its Death Rattle abilities.
Already played 2 this turn. Banished.
Yes, in fact, it silences.
Yeah.
It does the same effect of silence.
Demon Bolt.
It's a banish
Yeah,
card.
banish.
Banish.
Outta here.
The keyword banish, huh?
Yeah. It goes to the Void. The Void isn't dead. It's just in the Void.
It can go into your 57 new interactions
Yeah.
from the Rise of Shadow single-player
we-
campaign video.
Oh, you said
My death rattle.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, you do have that Void shift.
Just a voice shift, and he's still putting in good damage right now.
Smork.
Get him. Down to just 19.
It's gonna be a photo finish.
Yeah. Very well could be. That's a 12
Oh, that's
attack.
scary, dude.
Oh, dear.
Wait, Doomsayer. No, wait, no, it will still be
At best get
banished.
banished.
on the prowl.
Out of
Alright.
here.
They're coming back, don't worry. My
Yeah.
own void shit.
Time to Void. Ooh. But
It'll
no,
regain
importantly,
That's an amazing
no,
reload.
it's actually not because Toast has the. You can only play 2 spells a turn, right?
Or 2 cards to turn.
2 cards a turn. Oh, as he realizes that. As I mentioned.
I knew that, alright? I knew that.
This Void shift. Ooh,
Fire Doom
fearsome
stuff.
Doomguard.
So you're gonna get the King Crush. I'm
Getting
feeling
close.
it.
All right. Whoa,
No!
Let's go back. No, I want to see what happens.
All right. Good job, Allie. Go back to Toast's point of view. Please.
Sorry.
I want to see what happened.
Al, it's not your
Allie's got it. Allie's got it.
It's not your
I don't
fault.
control the broadcast.
Okay. All right. All right.
He's gonna banish it again, though.
Ooh, Void Crusher.
Oh, he's gonna kill 2 minions.
He didn't attack first. Order low. AI.
Oh yeah, I really hope that costs. Oh, come on, never punished.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling the gore howl.
Ooh. Myra into Deathwing.
Sure, it costs 5.
Well,
or 4 rather.
Also, the Death Rattle of Myra is now Deathwing's Death Rattle, which has put all dragons into play. So when Myra dies, you get a 12/12.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Locks it up, right?
He still has his...
But the problem is, oh dear, Malgan. that does mean that the opponent isn't able to use the hero power this
Kill your
turn.
blight nozzle anyway.
So you're going to be able to activate the
What's in your
Death
Myra?
Rattle of Myra.
Definitely.
Can trade into.
Pretty exciting.
Here's a face tank at least.
Oh my god.
All right. Double. I'm gonna let Toast make his own decision. Rather than backseat game.
Oh, this is so bad.
Is it therapeutic for you, Killer, because you get backseat gamed all day on your channel?
Just gonna have to do this.
Yeah.
So that I can't banish those.
All right, well, Deathwing out of here. Fearsome Doomguard
I'm in a good spot on 7.
does at least mean
All right.
that the Blight Nozzle Crawler can take out this full board, actually.
Sprint is cheap.
All right, there's
have
the
anything good for
test. Can't play any more cards, though. Crucially, you know, Toast does have the treasure that makes his spells cost, or all of his cards cost half, but he can only play 2 cards per turn. So despite having you know, Face Collector, despite having tons of mana left over, there's nothing else he can do this turn. Jumbo Imp comes down.
Okay, just big fat.
And now that hero power is just kill a minion because there are no more Void Calls left for Toast.
It's better than kill.
Oh wow! It looks like Crip and Trump are actually dual wielding bears now. If we can get a quick look at them, we doubled up. But Toast is struggling here. He needs to find a way out of this. He's only at 12 life against 4 life, but there's an 8/8 on the opposing side of the board.
What do you think taking with Faith? Well,
What has he played so far with Test this game? That's not something we've
Anything
seen.
at all significant? Not King Crush, right? Because that's not a played card.
Crush.
Is there anything that backfires
Deep in the
super hard
tank.
either?
I mean, he could also roll for something that
mean,
gives
one
damage
play is
with
to-
it's
True,
Pinch
it's
Clan
true.
Burglar.
Yeah, there's the opportunity
There's
to
just
discover
a
something
lot
with
of
the burglar here.
3 damage opportunity. Is he a god?
And
Death is still fine.
Oh,
Death
that's
is okay. Greater healing
Certainly
potion.
can work there.
He's a demigod for now.
All right, well, Toast stays alive.
I mean, and he's whittling his opponent down
He
with
is.
1 damage per turn.
We are seeing, you know, we saw how powerful that.
Oh, it's a taunt minion.
Uh-oh. He did not get banished at least this turn.
Oh. Yes, now he can burst past the Dreadlord.
Yep, yeah, the Elder Togwaggle? Not Togwaggle. A minion with taunt is in the way, Toast. Come on. And Toast does defeat it.
Oh, chapter 2
So-
complete.
Oh, God.
And I believe we're taking a look at Firebat. Firebat is looking pretty good here.
I don't want to get him that low.
He has to wait for
Yeah, so
the
here-
prisoner to be
Get him,
freed.
like, eye for an eye and, or something.
Yeah,
weird
here he
or
is
I don't know.
trying to ensure that he's able to get the bonus, waiting to free that minion from the Violet Prison. Gets his own minion
One
freed.
more.
I got too much stuff. Oh, he's got all your minions have stealth.
Yep.
Treasure.
It's a really powerful passive that lets you be aggressive because your opponents will never trade optimally.
Wow, his opponent's on a mill plan now.
No, I think I managed the 1/1.
It does look like Firebat's got this one in the bag, though. And was this wasn't the boss you lost on earlier, right?
No, I lost on number 7.
And which is this?
This is like 4 or 5.
Okay, a lot
Takes a while to get back.
Yeah, a lot of time to make up here. Does clear this, so on his way back. Padre, what's your status right now?
Waiting.
Oh, so Padre has cleared, so just waiting for Firebat to climb back here. And we got some interesting stuff. Already has 1 Varisa.
This is so, well, yeah, let's not get the barista again. This has more, this is Smork with the war gear.
Yeah. Camp up. Lubitron's kind of okay. I have
Max.
yeah, Max, and then I have.
And you
Nightline.
have Cube on the, well.
Yeah. Seems fine. They're more flexible cards. I also have Umbra. Umbra's pretty spicy.
Your
Stealth Umbra is pretty sick.
Death Rattle Hunter. Alley Cat, that's it, yeah.
I don't want it.
All right, we'll check in with Firebat Patrick later as Firebat still trying to climb back from his early defeat. So what boss are you on?
I want to say 6.
Okay.
I think 6.
How about you, Allie?
I think 6.
Okay. Nice, you guys are making good
Maybe
pace.
7. Is yours was 55? I think we're on the same one, right?
Yeah. Do I get the 4/4/2/4? It's better.
Wait, is everybody on 2 already?
First demons, now these repugnant villains.
I believe Trump and Crip finished 2. They're on
finished
3.
Patra's waiting on Firebat.
Okay.
We have a 6 as a Fabio.
Wow, this is one of those bosses that has like never-ending flame wakers.
Flamewakers that you can buff to make them harder to kill. That is
That always stresses
tough
me
cookie.
out. There's this one boss, I believe it was a dungeon run, though, just like the tier power is to add arcane missiles to your hand, and his deck was like entirely
Tons of Flamewakers, yeah.
it was the most stressful boss that I've faced in a while.
So here's the Celissa making very good use of the stealth treasure.
Yeah.
Can just keep going face as the next trade into this 1/4, despite it being to get buffed.
So the power of stealth is that you can pick up a trade if you want to survive, but you will most likely win a lot of races because of access to the ideal trades. Allie, Salissa's teammate.
Uncle what?
On team.
Yeah.
What's in the opponent's prisoner? Violet prison.
A rotten apple bomb.
And a lot of, running out of health makes you lose.
This guy.
Who was that?
I feel like that guy should just cast all the Hearthstone champions.
That's like...
I think he provides just the equivalent amount of analysis I would anyways.
Running out of health makes you lose. Maybe consider killing your opponent's minion instead of getting attacked in the face.
That, or he should be the companion app for like Zolay stream.
Uh-oh. Mulch Muncher coming down.
This is not looking good.
We are seeing a Frozen Crusher come down.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Played around Meteor. AI knows what's up.
That is kind of cheap.
All right, well, Ali Straza is going to have to find a way out of this. We're going to check in again with Crip and Trump, who are right now in the lead. You can see how they are managing their sabotage of double bears.
I like this play from Ali, by the way. I think it's a better play to kind of improve the possibility of her hand as the turns go on. That's a Splinter Graph, though, with a Mulch Muncher that looked like it had an opportunity to summon another cheap Mulch Muncher. Back over in Chapter 3, this is, again, the team that's in first place. Crip now has doubled up on the Bears. Him and Trump collectively have a family of 6. They're very happy together. They plant a bunch of gardens and make birdhouses.
Sounds like you're actually just describing, like, Crip's Instagram.
It's a great feed. I get my dose of nature by watching Crip and Rania build birdhouses and go to Toronto Raptors games.
And crucially noting, Crip did decide to hold back that Firefly from his hand despite having the board space to play it. The bonus for this round is to never end your turn with 4 minions on the board. So those 3 meat wagons, meat carts, whatever they are taking up a few spots. But if you want to be able to get the bonus, you need to ensure that you never fill up the rest of the board.
That's right. Anomalous. Crip kind of playing pretty fast too, but he's looking like he can close it out relatively quickly here.
He's gonna freeze the Anomalous.
Yeah.
Does he want to kill it too? Or is he just gonna leave it on the board?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it sets up for play the next turn. So, like, say he plays a big minion.
And we're going to take a look at Regis just got Twisting Nether over here. Uh-oh, he's up against the Beholder-looking fellow.
Yeah, we've got a poisonous weapon. So,
ooh, Hyper Blaster.
We have
so there's a poisonous weapon. Case study. So this does discover a...
Does that ever put us in a...
Discover a Galvadon!
It's pretty exciting.
Regis, if you play it, I'll like at least sing part of the theme song.
Regis, don't play that card.
Okay.
I'm a terrible singer. My wife's the one who actually sings it.
Yeah, you can do Galvadon.
I think it. Well, this is pretty good, like our Antonitis and stuff, and we have a Yogg and a. It's also an 8/8 right now. Well, Galvadon's a winning condition now too.
Yeah, I'd say go Galvadon because like you have enough mana to play most of the stuff you draw right now.
Let's do this, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
All right.
Galvadon, the last Kaleidosaur. He's got stealth and a whole lot more. Galvadon, the last Kaleidosaur. I actually, like I said, I'm a terrible singer.
Stealth,
I'd say
maybe?
plus, yeah, stealth, because the other one is just +1/+1.
Yeah, I think you gotta get. Yeah, this is fine for stealth. Like for, that's it, right? Oh no.
And another attack.
Yeah, let's put
Yeah, I like it.
Ooh, this is a nice Galvadon.
Double battle cries.
Yeah, get
Oh
it.
my
Maybe
God.
Galvadon.
Oh, you have double.
Kind of
Oh my
plays.
God, Galvadon with double your battle cries. You have every
Liquid
ability.
membrane, just
Yeah,
in
it can't be
case.
targeted.
This is glorious.
Yeah, get there.
Oh my God.
All right.
So we kill this, right?
Yeah.
Always.
now
And you were
purple
debating
humans.
whether you take Galvadon. Whew. Whew.
Yeah, that makes
Emphasis on the whole lot more part.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's 42. Taunt's no big deal. That doesn't matter. We can Aziliax this taunt.
I like
weapon,
it.
This taunt.
I'm currently
face for a
going into
bunch,
chat to
take
spam
one
my
phase
Galvadon.
with the 2/2s, right? Aziliax is a nice little bit of healing. We can just slam an ice block to get it up.
Yeah.
Or barrier maybe is better, whatever you
I
think.
would slam spinning image actually.
Oh.
Just in case. It's an AI, right? All right.
Well, I mean, we got some weak stuff out there, but this Aziliax is a 5-drop. This is going to be the thing it gets traded into. What do you think? Is that worth it?
Oh.
Look at Galvadon. Galvadon's coming in for
You just ping maybe and
42
don't do
damage.
anything? You just
Galvadon
ping
is
through the
indeed
board.
the
Yeah,
answer
maybe
to
you just
life,
drop
the
Trevor.
universe, and everything.
And then all facing. Nice. Oh my God, that Galvadon. I mean, you kill him next turn.
It's crazy. 21-6.
It can't be
No,
targeted.
It's over. It's over. He's gonna. Hellfire doesn't matter. Oh, yes, dude.
Galvadon's pretty good with the cannot be targeted adapt.
It's
Yeah,
true.
with
Galvadon is
10
pretty good. Can't be
adapts.
targeted adapt.
Heck yeah.
All right. Was that your
Nice.
completion? I see.
Yeah.
I see Toast holding up the envelope, holding up,
right.
looking for Cora for envelope number 3.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
and,
worth it all.
And
We're trying to emphasize what our ESRB rating is for this show.
Chapter 3. Never end your turn with 4 minions on the board. So only 3 minions.
What is it now?
Because in the next chapter, you can only have a max of 4 minions.
Got it.
But you never go 4.
Never. I'm gonna mess that up. I can tell you right now.
we got our eyes on you. We're gonna know. You mess it up, we'll know.
I'm gonna mess it up. I'm never gonna remember that.
All right, well, that means that they are in second place behind Team Value Town. Probably a very strategic second place, so they don't get blue shelled, you know, if you will. Like if the team
Get a
that's in first
sabotage,
constantly gets
crucially.
sabotaged.
Right.
It might be
really,
tricky.
my feeling when we had the sabotage explained to us, the sabotage lasts for a particular chapter. I was saying that I feel like the sabotage should just continue to pile on. So you know, you should just like whatever the other sabotages are. It's like okay, you have the bears, and then you have whatever else, then you have whatever else, and you have to do everything with increasing levels of sabotage.
Well, I just want more bears.
Sadly, I was overruled. That's not.
I want more bears, so I just want Crip and Trump's family to just
once they're done being sabotaged,
proliferate.
can we get the bears? Because it is cold over here. It is. I'm a little chilly.
It is very
I'm a little chilly.
I would want. Or maybe we can just have the bear sit in the caster seat and come back.
They can just cast instead. All right, well, Toast and Regis are trying to figure out how they want to tackle chapter number 3 here.
Crip and Trump are the only ones that
And are sticking with the same classes. So for those of you who may be joining us recently and did not hear explanation of how some of the elements of the new single-player content with the Dalaran Heist works, we can actually see that Toast has a different hero power. You kind of have to mouse over it there. He has Cut Less, deal 2 damage to an undamaged minion. So instead of the normal rogue hero power, because he has completed a particular sort of achievement within the single-player content system, he now has the option of choosing that as his hero power for this run.
Yep. The other hero power as an option for Captain Eudora is Yoink. Add a random card to your hand from another class.
And you unlock these by doing particular sort of collections of things. For instance, I believe you may unlock the Yoink one by playing cards from another class. So if you play enough cards from another class, you then unlock that particular hero power to be used in future runs.
Yeah, which sounds like honestly just one of the most fun hero powers. Just constantly steal a random card and to synergize it with the 3 tests you'll discover.
Ooh, and we see just the last swing of that Ysera as Trump completes this particular boss. Where does he stand? Oh, he is onto the final boss of Chapter 3. They are quite far ahead of everyone else. And we see the treasure he's choosing from, Dagwick Sticky Toe. When it attacks a hero, steal a card from their hand. Swamp Queen's Call. Transform your minions into legendary minions. Repeatable this turn. And then Super Simian Sphere. which we saw previously gave him a immune Mukla.
Okay.
Cool. Big stuff. I like it.
Yeah, crucial to note that Trump does have the Robes of Gaudiness, and that's the treasure. Uh-oh.
That sounds really powerful if his opponent's deck has a bunch of combos.
It is very good for Trump's deck. So you see that he's playing as Geppetto Joybuzz, and the hero power of Geppetto Joybuzz is when a player draws a minion, that player summons a 1/1 copy of it. That can interfere with the ability for them to complete with a bonus, however. If they end their turn with 4 minions in play, they're able to trade, it could come up.
He'd have to kill his own minion. It's a 1/1 copy, though, but so he has the hero power. But his teammate Crip, we're checking in on him.
And which boss is this for Crip?
I think it's 6.
Okay, boss number 6.
Trump has 6 4-mana Ragnaros in his deck, so he's going a little fast.
Yeah, you want to watch this one. It's going to go fast.
I don't disagree.
All right, well, your hero power can target minions isn't quite as good when it's summon an animal companion. Puffer only targets face.
I see you.
Crip looking to get this done here. Venom Strike Trap. Ambush him. And you know, remember, for those of you you know, at home, these players are essentially playing this in a timed fashion, because you know, as they continue, as they complete each of these chapters, they can move on ahead of the other players. And the goal is to accumulate the most points. The points are earned by completing the chapters as well as the bonuses. Yep. So if you get farther ahead of the other players, you know, you can complete these and you know, keep getting more envelopes and get more chances to earn points ahead of the competition.
Yes, so the 30 points is because Crip and Trump both have done the first 2 envelopes in their entirety. Power of Creation summons 2 minions, 2 Argent Commander opportunities here. Wow.
A lot of action. Getting in there for quite a bit of damage. And he seems to have a repeatable hero power.
To the north. And Crip is going to just probably cruise to a victory at this point, so I kind of want to find out how Trump is doing in this final boss fight here for the 3rd chapter.
Freeze there.
Trump finally just lethal this turn. Does not find a spell that quite gives it to him. Oh, maybe next turn, the Pyroblast.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, so opponent down to just 1 life. Animal Companion in the way, not going to cut it. So Crip is going to take this one down. And we're going to see when we can get over to Trump ASAP. But yeah, this ping is going to finish things off for Crip here, and he's going to move on to the second to last boss. And now, have you tried taking an extra turn? I don't know.
Excellent comms.
Let me adjust the cost of that for you. Who is this dude who just keeps coming up? Oh,
gotta trade off.
Worth noting, full board here. Oh, but that was the Dagwick sticky dude.
I wonder if Trump's even tempted to kill off his own minion here. Looks like he is.
This is a pretty powerful hand from Trump here.
All right, Ragnaros just wreaking havoc on this board.
Yeah, these 4-cost Ragnaros, thanks to the another Awakens, thanks to the Robes of Gaudiness, just gives Trump such the ability to run over the opposition.
Yeah, Trump got so many expensive minions out for so cheap.
This is turn 7. There's already a Ragnaros and the Asera in play, and he just drew a Yasharaj.
Wait, but Yasharaj recruits a minion on the board.
Oh,
Trump
it's
wants to
true.
stick only 3, so he has to once again kill off his Yasharaj, or never play the other one, or ditch one of his other 2 powerful legendaries.
Yeah, it's complications from this bonus right here.
What? I have to kill it. Did it summon a guy? I thought I just played Company. Oh.
I shall bring
All right, we're going to see Dagwick come down. He's got stealth, going to steal some cards from Geppetto over there. And, ooh, goes face.
Nice.
That actually also means that Geppetto Joybuzz's passive hero power will do nothing here. No room for another minion.
My opponent played Healthy, and now we'll have no cards. His hero power is a hand interaction, by the way.
Ooh, Banana Split. Give a friendly minion +2/+2, summon 2 copies of it. Is a very powerful card, but again, when you are trying to complete that that bonus, it is difficult to use. Trump has how much damage right now?
I was counting 15 in the hand with the 2 Ysera Awakens and the Nightmare, plus the Eat on board, so it'd be 23. Looks like he's ditching some minions so he can keep summoning more copies of Ysera. Value!
3 Yseras, none of them take damage from Ysera Awakens. 3 more Ysera cards, full hand.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what he gets here, just trying to dominate the board.
Yeah, good call.
And yeah, I don't really see a way out for Geppetto Joybuzz here. Though who knows? You know, there are obviously some of these powerful adventure cards that could be kind of crazy here.
Yeah, this is really just good manipulation of like the rules that Trump knows that his opponents will be following by never letting the hero power of his opponent do well.
And we moved away from that. Trump had lethal that turn. And Firebat here, he looks like he may have the same.
I would look face first before you do that.
He's got, what does he got? 21. What is oh, it's a 0 cost hero.
He has to kill the Violet Prison minion.
Oh, what is the Violet Prison minion?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's most likely Bog
Hard to
Shaper
tell here.
or the Dread Steed. Which is kind of funny because Dread Steed always comes back. Does he have enough damage to kill it?
Does not have enough damage to kill the Bog Shaper and win the game. Okay, it looks like, so was the Bog Shaper the minion?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Bog Shaper there was the Violet Prison minion, so Firebat had to choose, do I want to win this game right here, or run that risk, and chooses to give up on the bonus, so...
Firebat has a pretty tumultuous relationship with spider bombs, to say the least. If you guys watched his Star Ladder series just a few weeks ago, he ran into a situation where he needed the spider bombs to land and just kept hitting the tokens.
So Arcane Missiles coming down, Great Arcane Missiles, and the Fell Lord. Oh dear!
It has Rush. It doesn't stay on the board with Fell Lord, but it's still very impactful.
Yeah.
I'm on final.
It's just not. There's no spells to synergize.
Heard Ali's teammates listen say she's on the final boss. And worth noting, I believe the hero power of the opponent there is to give a minion Divine Shield. So Ali can clear this board if she wants. She can use her Fell Lord, only 5/2, rather the Malagos and the Fell Lord to kill the 2/5 health minions, and then Sergeant Sally can take out the 5/2 with an attack and the Death Rattle ability.
One thing you can't use next turn, right? This won't be yellow next turn.
Yeah,
Does that
but
matter?
do I really want to use it though, you know?
Yeah, I don't know because I don't know your hand, so I could be like way wrong.
Malagos and the Fairy Dragon come down. Gonna go face. Divine Shield will mean that I can get the trade back. We're going to go over and check out Slissa's board here. Once again, she has the Stealth Treasure, so all of her minions do have Stealth, which is pretty good with that Venomizer. She can just choose how exactly she wants to send that in. And the opponent appears to be some sort of dragon. What's that hero power?
So what's the hero power of your opponent?
It's passive, and after he casts a spell, he does 1 damage to all enemies.
Ooh.
My stealth isn't as great.
Yeah, that sounds like it's not going to be as useful. This looks like to be one of the final bosses, though.
It is the final boss.
Okay. And then what's in the Violet Prison?
He has the Stealth 7/5, and I have a Monty Warbear.
That lines up, I guess, well into each other. So doesn't even really have anything good to play this turn. Oh no. Oh, the loss of tempo.
Yeah.
Wow. 100 hero power never looks so bad.
This isn't looking hot.
Okay, I mean, that's kind of a waste.
Final boss not too smart.
BM.
And again, for those people who may not have been here when we explained it, the bonus for this round is you have to kill any enemy inside the Violet Prison, which gets you an additional 5 points. So in order to keep up with the opposing teams who have completed the bonus, that's generally something it looks like our teams are going to want to do when they have the opportunity.
Right.
Chillmaw for the opponent here.
Chillmaw
I have to
here.
say, I'm rooting for this dragon who keeps playing dragons.
That's just mean.
All right, we're gonna check in with Firebat, who is. Oh, his life total's low, but looks like he has the card advantage. His opponent also just played a Twisting Nether, so that's some of his best removal. Oh wow, 7 out of 10. What's in the Violet Prison, Firebat?
Tyrion.
Oh.
For us,
Yeah, that might be a little bit of problems. Wait, increases with each use.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a super hunter.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
It's a recursive hero power.
Ooh, but we have...
Oh no, that's your.
Oh,
that's
we
your
have a Tyrion.
prison.
Oh, I thought you were saying they had
Yeah,
a
I thought they
Tyrion.
had it.
Well, we still have that the 9
It is a stealth
Spider-Bomb.
Tyrion.
My game code.
Spider Bomb or
Spider
Blowbat, both are
Bomb?
good.
Oh, it's random. You have to hit first. Why did you play it?
Well, I don't care about his 3/6. I got. Oh, do I? Yeah, I probably do.
Ouch.
Yeah, the stealth and taunt interaction here. Oh man.
Wait, you can't take that damage, can you?
Can I afford not to take that damage?
Uh-oh. What is the hero power at now?
Is that 3? I think.
3 to the enemy hero.
I didn't even have a beast. I thought I had a beast. That's bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Next turn.
Oh no! The one-time champion takes 2 losses.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
And it looks like Crip has nearly completed this round. That's a trio of little dudes here. I don't know what that guy is, but he's looking scary. Buffed up. Oh, it's Stagwick Sticky Toe. Yeah. But he's got the +2/+2 with the make 2 copies.
Everything.
I see Trump dancing around behind him with the bears. Every other team is still on chapter number 2. Oh no, I believe one. Regis and Toast had been advanced to 3,
Yes,
but
they
it looks
advanced
like
to 3.
Crip and Trump are nearly up to 4.
Yes, and now Firebat Patrick
Well
have to
in the
start
lead.
over. And I guess Ali and Slissa are basically at the finish line for Chapter 2. This should be Crip's lethal turn. Well done.
Good, Cora.
Woo. Team Value Town.
All right.
Envelope number 3 in the books.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they no longer. Yeah, the
think the
sabotage
casters
is
want them
over. Yeah, can we have them up here on the desk?
Yes, they do.
All right, let's see as they open the envelopes. What is their next quest?
You got to read this one.
Quest. Complete Chapter 1, each player using a random starting deck. Bonus. Complete Chapter 1, each player using a random starting deck. Never play a 7+ cost card.
Oh man, that eliminates so many good minions and cards.
So we're doing 1. Back to 1, right?
Yep. Chapter 1.
Yes.
Random starting deck.
Today is
think
an
you can do random deck. I think
emphasis
you can do
on
random
chapters 1 to
deck.
3. So we'll be having Crip and Trump be able to replay some of the content there and cement their lead with additional points. There's 9 envelopes in total. If they're able to finish all 9 by today, fantastic. If they can't, well, we don't expect them to. We expect them to get as far as they possibly can.
Yeah, and we're gonna see different takes on the early chapters. I see. It looks like well, not I'm actually excited. Yes.
Wow. A gift from the mayor and the sheriff.
Thank you. Keep me warm.
Good bear. Well, Crip and Trump are very far ahead in terms of going to Chapter 1. I kind of wonder how the other teams are doing as well. Slissa still was on that final boss. We're going to check in with her teammate, Ali Straza.
Looks like that was a unstable portal into Lost Spirit. Not the highest impact. And this is, again, the Dragon boss. AoEing the board every time it plays a spell.
It's looking real rough.
Yeah, Ali's hand is pretty expensive right now. And important to note, the opponent started with additional mana crystals. So a bit behind from the get-go.
And the spell damage from the Azure Drake is going to make the passive hero power of dealing 1 damage to all minions even more brutal if there's any spells that go along with it.
Right, yeah. For instance, a arcane explosion comes down. It's +1 from the hero power, +2 more. Marsh Drake into a spell, I'm guessing. Oh. Whoa!
All right.
Wait, where was that guy when I was playing Hearthstone yesterday?
That was
Seriously.
So clutch. Oh my god.
Wow. A little bit of help from above. I'm clearing the board.
My helpful guy just cleared the board.
Wondrous Wisdom Ball.
Okay.
Passive, occasionally give helpful advice. Sometimes that advice is if you go to 0, you die, and sometimes it's kill all the minions in play. Some of these are more helpful than others.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm playing a Blizzard game from the 90s where I input like text cheats in order to become like invincible or to have ridiculous amount of money economy.
Yeah, we just have the game genie up in here.
That was a power overwhelming moment. What the heck? You should mod that guy.
I think so. My MVP.
Right there. Wondrous Wisdom Ball.
Someone's making a Twitch account right now with that name. It's like, hey, it's me, Wondrous Wisdom Ball. All right, well, Slissa still on the final boss here.
Have a good hand, at least.
All right, well, Slissa has no cards right now other than a Battle Skitter and a coin. Making some smart investment decisions, saving that coin for later.
Yep.
Spring Paw, but crucially, the opponent with the hero power that AoEs does mean that delving too much to the board, even with stealth, not that valuable.
Yeah.
Hoarding Dragon, okay, get some more coins.
Slowly getting able to coin out Mountain Giant.
I can appreciate having a bunch of gold coins in Hearthstone. I'm a fan.
It's not even gold though. It's just regular coins. I mean, based off the way this game's going, Slissa might just have to hero power the dragon to death.
I mean, right now.
Wait, what?
Ooh, Boom Reaver. Okay. Into all right, Barista Linshon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is it gonna board?
Seems like the dragon just has reactive cards because it was passing on 10
Right.
mana
Yeah.
with
Just
5
say
cards
go,
in
go,
the
go.
Yeah.
Ooh, research project. Barista into
wait.
Barista.
Wait. Oh no.
Oh no, the coin.
You lose the Barista.
The coin, but if you could Barista into this Boom Reaver, that's pretty powerful.
Doesn't the Barista create a never-ending cycle if you can Barista?
If you Barista, yeah, you're just going to keep cycling them off one another. Oh, this is a frozen Boom Reaver now. We can get more of them, potentially.
Oh, yeah.
That's very powerful.
Hey, catch!
This is officially your 10-minute warning. You have 10 minutes left in this round, so whatever you're doing, finish it up. Hopefully things are going well for you. But in 10 minutes, we are going to take another break. We're going to have another round of the Wheel of Evil, and then we will get round number 3 underway shortly after that. So good luck. Finish things up in the next 10 minutes. What are things looking like over here?
Well, it looks like Slissa might make a comeback here with that Boom Weaver and Barista.
Comeback stories.
Yeah, I think that this looks like it's actually just a lethal board. Yes.
10, 18, 21, 23.
I will point out, by the way, that there is a Wondrous Wisdom Ball already in the chat.
You're so fast, and they never fail to deliver. So Crip and Trupp have a rule clarification. Slissa finishes up. That's the first member of the of chapter 2.
All right, you want to help me
Chapter
out
2.
here?
Yeah.
Okay, another
All right,
question.
so this thing if it survives damage, it summons a copy of it. So that's super annoying. So I could just trade one. I could just.
We're checking with Toast here. Looks to be in a pretty complicated situation against Nazari.
Yeah, but Toast seems like he's getting prompted a lot by Regis for his advice on the game. Toast, of course, being a team player, not just focusing on his own game, but really utilizing the fact that he has infinite time.
Elixir can backfire. This is my biggest concern. Because you got played early game and it might just cause you to draw.
What do I do here?
I'd probably go
I think
Battle
Battle
Cry.
Cry is the most easy to draw for them.
Yeah.
All right, so in chapter 3 again, trying not to play more than 3 minions. Wow, that's a big weapon.
Whoa!
And still has the Cutlass to deal 2 damage to an undamaged minion.
Also worth noting, this is with 4 mana. These are 4 mana crystals. We're getting in there. I like the recurring villain who's got a +2 attack buff over there. I'm assuming from one of the treasures that Toast has.
Yeah.
Why does Nazari have Sand Breath deal 2? I think
To a
Nazari
random
could-
enemy?
Yeah.
Well, is it a Sand Dragon?
But I mean, at least the card, is a healing card. Feels so aggressive for such a nice dragon.
Well, Dragon's Breath tends to do damage.
In your personal experience.
Yes. So I don't think it's that weird of a choice.
And for those who may be like, why isn't Toast playing with those minions in his hand? Well, the bonus for this round is to never end your turn with 4 minions on the board. So you need to ensure that you don't play that last minion. And this is a big weapon.
So 9 plus 9, 18. So he's going to resummon the villain. Patch of pink sparkles.
What is going on there?
Toast once again breaking Hearthstone like usual.
I can't hear you.
I triggered a graphical error.
That or a Windows 95 screensaver.
Ooh, Orb of the Untold. Deal 20 damage split among all enemies.
7, those are 7.
Yes, 4 mana,
Boom.
20 damage.
Lethal nice, dude.
There we go. Looks like that is going to be enough damage for Toast. I want to see the orb. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that is sweet.
And there we go. Toast,
right.
he's going to take down Nazari. That was boss number
7.
7. So going to the final boss. Firebat, though, he is digging deep again. He switched away from Hunter, by the way, worth noting. Firebat's decided, okay, Hunter has not worked out for me. I've taken 2 losses with it, so he's picking a new class.
Same as
Yeah, he's given up on Hunter.
Firelands. Wait,
Yeah, that's super
crap.
good. Molten Reflection works with Kedgar.
Okay. So there's Firelands.
So does Firelands and the other thing.
Bartender Bob.
You giving up on the Hunter, Firebat?
Just seeing, what the solo
Diversify.
content has to offer.
You're emphasizing the replayability. That's what
I'm
you're here
really
to do.
showing off the replayability.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's
brand
what I'm here
ambassador.
We don't have secrets, so the 2, 3 isn't good.
Reduce
Yeah, that
by
one.
3. Yeah, that seems
I
good.
like the spell one.
I'm going to do Molten Reflection.
Okay.
1 mana Molten Reflection's kind of cool. You combo with stuff.
Hey,
Remove it from my adventure deck.
Patra, what class did you finish this one on?
Druid.
Okay. thought you finished it with Mage, but that was the previous chapter.
No, I did Druid twice.
Oh, okay.
Firebat was gonna do 100 twice too, but he gave up.
But I got to the final boss a few times, but never got there.
Okay.
What happened? Did you kill him?
All right, checking in with Crip, Team Value Town, who are firmly in the lead with a whopping 45 points. Crip gonna make a bartender stop.
The scarab from the
Like
land. You
all
always brighten
relatively
my day.
okay minions on his side.
And worth noting, the bonus for this round, round number 4, is to never play a card that costs 7 or more. However, if you have a card that naturally costs 7 or more, you can play it if its cost is discounted below 7. So, for instance, if you get the what are they? Robes of I want to say Robes of Grandeur or Grandiosity.
But yeah,
you can then play a more expensive card.
Well, apparently all of these minions are fired.
You're fired.
He's gonna steal all of them instead.
New minions. All right, gonna recruit a veteran. See what he's got.
Yeah, ditch your old friends. And make new
okay,
ones.
so Keliseth, you got any 2-drops in the deck? Ingmaster Salia is unplayable if you want the bonus. Also, I think there may be duplicates in the deck already. Who knows,
it costs
though?
half, it's playable.
Oh, you have the ropes?
I have the cost half.
That's right.
Yeah, the robes of
Oh, I don't know the
gaudiness. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it is a playable card in this deck.
Everything's playable.
And Bartender Bob is a silent type. Strong and silent type there.
Yeah, he's a little shy.
Pogo, he's going up against Pogo. I'm curious, I want to see what Pogo does. It is a armored spiked rabbit. All right. And reminder, we are back in chapter 1 for this envelope. So we are back in the bank where we have the chests that give each player 2 coins whenever they're destroyed. Robes of Gaudiness will reduce everything down to half. Very powerful treasure, that one.
Nice. Even picks up the Firelands portal for big tempo swings as well as the game develops. Has a Spellstone too, the turn that he was wanting to play Pyros. Things are looking really good. The Pogo Hopper train is going to start, but I don't think Crip will give enough time just because of the sheer amount of brute force coming in.
Boom.
Trump is on Warrior now. Well, actually, he was on Warrior because he was Mr. Chu.
And that is the 2-minute mark, players. 2 minutes until the end of this round. And once we do call time, you'll have to drop everything you're doing.
You are in
Trump looking to try to get through this 5th boss of the 4th round here. 4th envelope. He's got a Noggin Fogger in his deck. The mayor with the mayor.
Yeah, really good choice.
So his opponent is Decidra Stormglory, who summons any random totem with the hero power. Which is any totem equals to Totem Golem, even?
Yeah. I did get this in my very brief my very brief foray into the Dalaran Heist. Very first activation of this opposing hero power was Mana Tide.
Oh man, that's pretty intense. I guess I could technically summon an Amalgam too.
Ooh, look, summoned a Serpent Ward, which is a totem.
Even though you're ahead, I think you should just play it really safe.
Did you bring
I don't understand it.
Tuskar Totemic. This only gets basic totems. Despite the boss getting any totem here.
Yeah, Trump's going to climb way in the lead here, but we only have 45 seconds, so Trump better get a move on if he wants to get just a little bit further ahead, but they can pause wherever they move.
Another Vitality totem.
So I guess he can't
Wind
really...
Fury!
Cards like Akali and Mayor Noggenfog are just
Boom!
typically dead. Huh?
Mutate. Oh yeah. Magma Rager equivalent.
That's gonna do it for round number 2. Hands off your mouse. And you guys can get up, stretch, take a little break, go get some food or a beverage. We're gonna take a short break here. We're 2 2/3 of the way through with the showdown in Dalaran. We've got one more round to go, and Crip and Trump are racing ahead. Firebat looking like he's having a little bit of trouble getting through, and I believe Ali Straza actually just lost on her final boss as well. So things are starting to shape up a little bit more as we go into round number 3. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to return with round number 3 of the showdown in Dalaran right after this.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Dalaran Showdown. We are featuring the single-player content from the Rise of Shadow Dalaran Heist, and we are about 2 rounds out of 3 for today done. My name is Frodan, joined by Brian Kibler, and our bear, who joins our little bear club. One big happy family here. Does the bear have a name, Kibler?
He won't tell me.
He's a little shy, but for people who are just catching up with us, we have 8 of your favorite Hearthstone personalities gathered here, and we're challenging them to go through the Dalaran Heist, which is the single-player content that's releasing this Thursday. We're issuing challenges of quests worth 10 points and bonuses that are worth additional 5 points. And as such, some teams are pulling ahead, some teams are falling behind.
Yeah, right now, the team, we're going to go check out the standings of Crip and Trump is well in the lead. They have completed, I believe, 3 of the envelopes, and just behind them are Regis Kilbin and Disguised Toast, and then following them up are Ali Straza and Slissa, and then Firebat and Patra.
Yeah, so Firebat and Patra, they definitely took a couple of steps backwards, but they're still not in last place, even though they're tied for it. Officially, we still have Ali Straza and Slissa, who suffered a pretty unfortunate defeat. I think right before the break, Ali lost to the final boss. That puts them once again at the back of the pack, but that does put them also at the deciding factor at the Wheel of Evil with our pal Cora.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Wheel of Evil.
Super evil things happened last time.
Now, super evil. The evilest, as you can see from our guest
Those
caster,
teddy
who
bears.
I've aptly named Jeremy Baramy. He's a sweetheart. I mean, so evil. You guys, I'm sorry to see you back here, but maybe it's not a totally bad thing. You're in last place, but only by a little bit. So the way this is going to work this time, you're going to spin the wheel. If you hit 5 again, you're just going to respin. We think the Bears have had enough stage time today. They need a break, and we'd like to shake it up a little bit and see something else. So whenever you're ready,
All right.
I will stabilize, and you may spin. Okay, it's going to be Sabotage number 2. And this one says, each player on the team must completely hand pop a piece of bubble wrap before beginning the next envelope. So this Sabotage is going to Crip and Trump. Before they start envelope number 5, they must each completely hand pop a piece of bubble wrap. And I know, again, sounds like fun, you know? Sounds like a pretty slick punishment, but no. It's going to take some time. And that might just be the time that you guys need to catch back up. So you can go take your seats. Get started on that run, Allie. I know that last one didn't end the way you wanted it to, but there's still plenty of time. We're playing through another hour-long round today, and then tomorrow we have another couple rounds as well. So let's get things back underway with Allie and Slissa seated. We can send it back over to Frodan and Kibler.
Thanks very much, Cora. So their punishment is to pop bubble wrap, which is frankly the best part about opening any packages from Amazon.
And this is, I still wish that they just had the bears and then to like have the bears popping the bubble wrap with their little bear paws, you know?
Yeah.
It's an evil bear, though. I don't know if you can cooperate.
Yes, and it's an evil piece of bubble wrap. We're very thematic and flavorful here. But I think the players are done waiting, so go ahead, guys, and get started. But Crip and Trump have to pop their bubble wrap.
That is before your next chapter.
Oh, your next
envelope. So before you can start your next envelope, you have to pop the bubble wrap.
Because they got started ready for the chapter. It wouldn't be an appropriate punish. That's right.
Are you ready?
And they have to eat the icing of their cake.
All right, everyone, get underway here. We see Regis Kilbin is back in action. Regis Kilbin and Disguised Toast are in second place right now. They are very close, by the looks of it, to the end of Chapter 3. So they're looking to move on to Chapter 4 and keep pace with Crip and Trump.
Yes, I overheard them talking a little bit during the break, and it seemed like things were getting a little serious. So it's like, yeah, I think we can play a little faster, and maybe we can optimize it.
Yeah, our secrets are getting out.
Wait, are you telling me that playing faster in a race format is your secret weapon.
You've got
It was Toast.
I think it's a better secrets. Wait, do you? Oh wow,
groundbreaking strategies.
Toast currently has the 4 horsemen hero.
Tough board right now.
Yes, and
I think we just trade into this guy again.
Wait.
We have to.
if you summon off 4 horsemen,
you don't end the turn because you don't end the turn. The game ends. Yes, you can still
we have
win
a 3 and
with the 4 horsemen with that hero power without giving up your bonus. For those who may just be joining us,
and it's helping us.
the bonus is
Probably
to
just,
never up your
effigy
gods.
with big dudes on board.
I like it.
clever.
Oh.
You got any big stuff?
Yeah, we got a lot of big stuff, and it's mostly in the deck too. We could save Dragon's Breath, but I don't think it's worth much, right? I think it's got to be Lunas. Deck's too risky. This is only 4 damage. It's not.
I actually think Dragon Breath because you can't play multiple cards each turn. So even if all your
It's a good point because we can't load up the board of minions. So okay, yeah, I buy it. I buy it.
Yeah.
We might even use that this turn too. We've got 6 and a 6, 3 and 2 and a 5. So
I like it.
Maybe some water elemental.
we could play a secret too if we want. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I mean a flame elemental. That's fine. Might get in the way later. He just keeps making zombies, dudes. It's scary.
Import pet.
Exotic
get our treasure.
Yeah. Looks like he's basically Rexaring each
Yeah, we're
turn.
gonna get the treasure here. Start it off, see what happens. It's gonna be something good.
Oh, the treasure with Caligos. He's super sick.
Ooh.
Well, we gotta be able to trade in though. I can't do it. We're gonna end the turn with too many dudes.
Yeah, I think
we could Dragon's Breath one of our own minions.
Yeah. I think for now just Caligos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
I like effigy. Oh, you have an effigy.
Yeah, we have it effigy. I mean, 26, it's not super risky. I mean, Snap Freeze just for a tempo freeze doesn't actually sound terrible to me.
Yeah, I like it.
Stall it out for a turn.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Ooh.
We have 2 ice blocks in the deck.
I like Polymorph just in case he's got some.
Yeah, he can make some
play.
scary stuff, so.
Okay.
Value trade through, and I guess we gotta pass or use a Dragon's Breath.
I would use effigy here.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, worst case scenario, we get random full drop. But we do want to trade out some of this stuff for sure. Alright. This is the 7th box?
Maybe 6. I don't know. We took a break. What? AI, I love you so much. He just gave us a crown. That's perfect. Oh, he stealth that, so I can't take the trade to get the crown off
I think
anymore.
hopefully he'll trade
Oh,
it to
yeah,
you.
he may.
Come on.
All right, well, Firebat, we see starting off, well, 5 bosses into this run. He had switched over to Mage as he was struggling a bit with taking those 2 tough losses, playing Hunter now. And Mage, you know, typically has been a pretty powerful option in the single-player content. Has Emerald Goggles and Hagatha's Embrace. I'm not really sure what Hagatha's Embrace is.
+1/+1.
Sounds sinister no matter what
minion in your hand, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
I think that's what you're talking about.
Is it each turn?
Yes. At the beginning of each turn.
Beginning of each turn, a random in your hand gets +1/+1. Interesting.
Yes.
Ooh, the gang's all here. Choose a friendly minion, add 3 copies of it to your hand, or to your deck rather. So these
I
are.
want to do many of these.
Legendaries are usually bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill the tavern with new things.
Yeah, seems like you've got a lot of good stuff on his side. Doesn't want to remove. Maybe it's picking up a minion he doesn't want.
3 new copies. I guess I removed the Thalnos. It's kind of weak. Or the Archmage.
Arugula is not going to get used.
Right.
Did you just say
don't want that.
Archmage Arugula.
It's a Rugal.
3 copies.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's just funny because I never really thought of comparing it to making a Hearthstone
Not the best
salad.
bartender.
He's very quiet.
The good lieutenant is
+2
this
health
prison's
and taunt.
last
All right, well, Firebat, we see that they are really fighting.
Yeah, this is,
Stay
again,
in.
chapter 2, so trying to fight
This
through
looks
the
like
Violet
she's
Prison.
fail fishing.
Lieutenant Sinclair thinking about Firebat's 2 previous runs.
Rude.
Why me? Why me?
Oh, this tome is free. Too bad that Sarah's in the second card though.
Yeah, it's gonna get stuck
'Cause
there
of-
for
yeah.
a while.
Maybe 7. All right. Shifting scroll.
So for those of you who
RNG on RNG.
may not have been here when we talk about chapter number 2, Firebat is looking to both complete this as well as always kill the opposing minion in the Violet Prison in order to get the bonus.
Right.
So the bonuses are worth an additional 5 points in addition to the 10 points you get for completing the chapter itself.
Forgot to tell them to fix my monitor.
Just pull it up.
Oh, wow, what a convenient pickup with the shifting scroll turning to an arcane
Shifting
blast.
scroll to an arcane blast with the Thalnos in play. And Firebat wanted to fire that Thalnos from his deck. He said it wasn't good.
Take that back.
Thanos is like, no, man. No, next time you go to the bar, bring me with you. Don't throw me out the door.
Thanos is always there. He's quite the bro.
All right, we're going to be checking back in with Ali Straza and Slissa. Ali Straza is deep into Mage, but fairly early in this run.
I don't really want this.
Because she did just lose right before the timer counted down at the end of the round. So, what we saw, Firebat still in Chapter 2, Ali Straza is also in Chapter 2, but only on the 3rd boss. So, definitely going to be some catching up that this team has to do.
Yeah, you saw that Ali's also been sticking on Mage for a while. Persistence, and also maybe expertise. The more you play with one class, you unlock more hero powers, you unlock more decks, but you also get more familiar with the kind of buckets that get offered to you, so perhaps you can optimize it, which I don't blame Ali, And,
she does have one of the alternate hero powers. If we can take a look at that real quick, it is reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 2. Burning Wit. This little spark fellow is quite clever.
How long do you think? 5. Okay. It has a divine shield.
We see they are, still on the Violet Prison Challenge as well. So they need to take that out before they move on if they want to keep up with the bonus. It's going to be sort of interesting, sort of push and pull from the bonus. Do you want to just kind of try and race through sometimes, especially if you're behind, right? Like if you're ahead, you don't know exactly necessarily how close the players are to catching you. If you're behind, you definitely know. Okay, well, I'm a little bit behind. Yeah, a little bit of a miss sequence there. Did end up getting the discount on something that was already discounted to 0 by playing the Burning Whip before using the hero power.
What does hero power? Silence all minions.
Oh, it silences ours.
That hero power, would be a problem if not for the fact that Ali now also has a drawback minion that she'll be able to attack with. If it does get
She's
silenced.
more than okay with her. Right?
Yeah.
She's also getting silenced here. Just needs to wait for the Dalaran Crusader to get free. Card is nuts in her arena. It's very powerful.
Dalaran Crusader?
Yeah, it's just powerful. 5 mana, 5/4 divine shield. Just trades it to a bunch of stuff.
Got to make sure you don't accidentally kill your opponent or you let them kill themselves.
We're trying really hard to mislead them.
All right, we got there.
Boom. Take off the Divine Shield, trade in, and Ali's going to advance past this boss. So still, like we said, a lot of catching up to do, though.
I mean, I think right now, slow and steady is really important. I think trying to catch up to Crip and
Speaking
Trump
of slow and steady, typically Trump, but now he's just blazing ahead.
Yeah, it seems like everything is cruising along right now. That was
boss number. I can't really tell.
I think boss number 6 or 7.
Ooh, Trump Sounds like Trump is moving up to the final boss, and
So that
Trump
was
is
boss
already on the last boss.
Trade Prince Gallowix. That is the
Gallowix,
boss
good
that
matchup for me.
takes a copy of whatever you play. Trump looking to be the first person to finish the
Giving him
4th
really
envelope
crazy
quest.
here.
It's like it'll cost 8 to play. Might have been worth it to do the stone coin or something, but maybe not.
The coins are worthless. I can't play more than 2.
Yeah, so crucially, Trade Prince Gallowix has the ability passively to copy.
I haven't been able to kill the thing yet.
Don't want to talk over them, but has the ability to passively copy the first card you play each turn and give you a coin for it. So he buys it from you. Great price.
It's fantastic price.
Oh, it looks like Trump has the treasure that increases the cost of all of your opponent's cards, too.
Yes, the Glyph of Warding makes it difficult for your opponent to slow down. It's as if the Mana Wraith is permanent on their side.
And now, Trump's trying to take it slow. Wants to, not just give the opponent free cards each turn, but here decides, okay, well, I guess I need to try to slow down the bleeding at least. There's the Fel Reaver. So Fel Reaver is a pretty key element of this particular matchup because getting all those coins means that you can actually, if you're holding on long enough, end up fatiguing Gallowix.
Right. In this case, Trump can shut down a bunch of the minions, get 4 coins.
Yep. Gets a ton of coins. Going to allow him to burn even more cards. How many cards have you left in Gallowix's deck? I think he may be able to get all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins. Yeah, you can actually just get rid of every remaining card in Gallowix's deck here. and then devastate it.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Jeez. Five cards, needs to play 2 more. Good to go.
I don't think Gallowix read my Fel Reaver article from 2013 or 14 or whatever it was.
Talking about how it's not important to burn cards.
Well, it matters, and it doesn't matter until it does matter a lot.
Yeah.
And well, if you're playing a deck that gives your opponent a lot of coins, it's a dangerous card to put in. At Gallowix, you really should reconsider your deck construction, my friend.
Kind of a rock face.
Yeah, now Trump, all he has to do is play Keep Away while Sweeping Strike, even to add AoE if he needs it.
And at this point, Gallowix has no cards left. Trump can just grind him down as long as he doesn't give Gallowix too many additional resources. He'll just continue to fatigue out.
Right. I mean, if he just trades 1 for 1, he should be okay for the rest of this game.
Order! Gallowix, come on, man.
All right, Sweeping Strike should be able to clear off all these minions.
And now you give him the Sweeping Strikes. That doesn't really do anything for Gallowix unless you give him more minions. Unless more minions in the hand. And now the second card you play, that's fine. You just play the sparring partner, you can just keep playing things.
So then what's the last couple cards from Gallowix? I don't think anything's going to help him enough here. Trump is going to very comfortably take the 4th chapter down. And a lot of people in the past have kind of mocked Trump for his slow play, but he's very
blazing,
firmly
blazing
through the trail.
And we see he used a real coin, which did give him a coin to give to Gallowix to get a coin back.
Yes, that is important to know.
All right, well, it looks like Trump's going to be able to finish this one off, so we're going to head over and check out the status of someone who isn't just sitting in fatigue. It is Alistraza.
Play this. And kill this.
Flame Waker. Going to come down, and a handful of, only a couple of spells, but she does have that hero power, the Burning Wit, which can cheapen some of those cards.
What are we doing next turn?
Wow. Doing Ali a favor there, trying to trade unfavorably for them.
I like the 4 mana card maybe, and just trade the flame off. Go with the 3/2. Wait.
No arrives.
But we don't trade the 2/1 to 3/2. We want 4 face. What's this thing? Because we're not playing a lot of spells next turn, right?
Yeah, right. Flamemaker's. I thought that was. You're right. That's
Sorry. What's the
No.
name of that guy? Juggler or
Flame Juggler. kill that thing.
What do we got?
All right, well, Ali is trying to get this done. It sounds like Trump finished and Crib is nearly there.
Trade.
So will they be able to complete envelope number 4 before any other team has completed 3? No, I believe it. Never mind. I'm mistaken.
There's basically double hogs.
Lots of hoggers.
Whatever. Nice.
Look at all his coins in his hand. Yeah, I believe
Crib is rich in and outside of Hearthstone.
And yeah, Hoarding Dragon's not going to cut it.
They're ready to throw off the envelope.
And it is time to get envelope number 5 in play here. And yeah, I believe that they are the first to get there. Certainly the first to get through to 5. If I'm not mistaken, have Regis and Trump gotten to 4 yet? I know they were close.
I think they were finishing up to the 3rd envelope.
All right. Well, now it is time though for the Sabotage.
Yes. Before I can give you envelope number 5, we have 2 rolls of bubble wrap featuring stage manager Mike. You guys have to pop them with your hands.
Okay. Yep.
That's the only rule, though.
Are you serious?
Gotta pop it with your hands before you can start. They need to be entirely popped. I will be the judge whether or not a bubble is completely popped. We want it to be a fair fight.
With hands, this counts?
Just a second.
You're using your hands. I will allow it. I think I get to make the rules. See, Crip's going with the strat that I would go with. Objectively, if you're trying to pop bubble wrap, it's about surface area. So condense that surface area, really get your grip strength going. Crip's got a good strat. Trump more using the floor a little bit. But it doesn't seem to be working quite as well.
This is.
I feel like Trump's impersonating my cat, trying to knead the bread on the blanket.
Me, right?
Yeah, oh, he's doing the old cat and mama cat. Yeah.
I do feel like the strategy that the Crip is taking here seems a little bit more effective.
Trump, you have bigger limbs.
You have to use your hands.
Oh, you have to use your hands.
Yeah, you have to use your hands. But you can do the twist thing. The twisting, I think, is the most efficient way to do it. Trump's just going one at a time, making sure you get them.
Quality, not quantity.
All right, the bubble wrap continues to pop here. I think maybe as they get it done, maybe we can check in on how some of the other teams are doing.
No, I want to watch this.
Okay, all right. You just keep watching the
I want
bubble
to watch this in silence.
Okay, I'll shut up.
The heavy breathing really sells it. It's just, if this was a subtitles, Netflix show, it'd just be Crip intensely grunting.
All right, well, Firebat
guy, right?
is here. He's got the.
I don't know if I'm supposed to save those aggressively.
I don't know. I mean,
I want to maybe double Khadgar into just hopefully Fireland.
Ooh, Khadgars.
Yeah.
Double Khadgar does not work how you might want it to work, though. Twice as many, I think, right? Does it actually stat multiplicatively?
No, I don't think so. But I just want one to stay.
I think it does.
Maybe.
Because
I've never gotten a chance to
there's like the battle things that say your battle, like Brand says your battle cries trigger twice, not twice as many times.
Right.
So I want to see.
We're gonna
for
see.
Science, how many minions can come off of one Fireland
Do
portal?
I kill this first?
I
do, right?
I think you just I think you ignore that and just go into
kill this.
that.
Okay.
I love just the popping in the background. All right. Oh, it is.
4 6-2s.
4 6-2s, and you. Oh God, they got a. Oh God.
Oh, that's
God.
not
Well,
good.
you can.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
If you want to save one of your 6-2s, you can trade the 3-3. But
It's okay.
Uh-oh. This is looking scary.
Rush, though.
Oh, this
Will he draw a minion for Beltrug?
Okay.
Is
he gonna hero power?
Oh. Wow, he's gonna kill 2 of his opponents.
Oh my goodness.
Well, he killed one of his own things. That's kind of good.
Well,
That's
2 of his own
that's a-
things.
Yeah, it kills 2 of each.
Oh, wow. He just.
Overall, I think this was fine.
That does seem like it went well for Firebat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went, wow.
Yeah. As Firebat would say.
Go face, kind of. Oh, that trade.
We've
I don't want to play this
entered.
just to get it out of the way.
So first we had
All that's in the
denial
void is a
stage
6-2,
of
So I go face.
No, don't
popping,
just kill
bubble
that.
wrap popping.
I can't get over this.
Now we're at bargaining. We're waiting
I
for
wanna do this.
acceptance
Pull my
to be the
GP
final
out.
stage for Trump to get through this.
Do it? Yeah. Okay, go face first then.
Just gotta do it. Let me get our 6-2 back, and then Conjur's Ball.
Wait, are Trump and Crit my neighbors upstairs?
Magic trick into Conjur's Ball. Am I like twisting Nether me or something?
I don't think this one. Maybe it has a flame strike.
Flame Strike would kill my whole board because the Abomination low roll.
Actually, it's a warlock, so I don't know. Maybe it has health.
Oh boy, they are still going over here. Frodan, yeah, whenever you hear the people above you, it sounds like they're stomping. It's actually this.
They're just trying to complete
So,
a sabotage.
Maybe next time, go up, knock on the door, and ask if they need some help. You know?
Yeah.
Neighborly thing to do. I, however, am not going to do that because I'm just here to judge. Crip, I think, had the strat down. Oh, no! We have an envelope swap. What is my priority?
We only have one
I
host.
shall return. Do not touch that envelope. We're watching. We're going to the other side of the tavern. Envelope 4? 4. They're on 4.
All right, so they are done with chapter 3. Did you guys finish with the bonus?
Yes, got the bonus too.
Nice. So Disguised Toast and Regis firmly in second place now.
We're in a good spot, dude.
45 points.
Go on mage again, dude. I like it.
Random starting deck.
Oh, random starting deck.
Never
How do
play
you-
7 costs.
How do you do that?
So there's deck recipes, I
I
believe.
don't understand how you do a random starting deck.
I think you pick your hero power first, and then.
Oh,
yeah.
random. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
I think I like this hero power way better, right? Did you see it? It's reduced the cost of a card in your hand by 2 for 1 mana. It's like a 1 mana kind of.
Yeah,
like
I
it
think
keeps-
that's.
I don't think pings are that valuable. They're okay. So what's the bonus? Not six.
Bubble popping technique is flawless. 1 down. They're tag team in this one now, and it looks like they're getting close. So I think we're hitting just a couple minute mark until they can get started on envelope number 5. What's inside? We have not reached envelope number 5 with any of the other players yet, so we don't know what the quest and the bonus are just yet. But as it's going on, it's gonna be getting a little bit weirder, we'll say.
Oh, it's gonna get weirder. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
This is totally normal. The bubble wrap. This is like the stage 2 of the show. We're just getting started.
Yeah, if I were to summarize the past 15 minutes, it's the zoom in on Arthur's fist. It's pretty much a good description of what's going on here. Firebat, we're gonna check in with how he's doing. Remember, his team is fighting against Ali Straz's team. This looks like it's to be the last boss or the 7th boss.
I believe this is the 7th boss.
It seems like this is it. Because he doesn't have any cards.
Why'd you have to say so?
Oh god.
Oh no, we have the push of polymorph. We're chilling.
Yeah, we're good.
Just don't say that though. You're scaring me.
No, you're fine. Look at these fireballs.
With a big draw there of the Archmage Antonidas. Looking like Firebat's in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, should be able to win just in sheer tempo. And not even killing the Archmage Antonidas.
AI.
No
Start getting 2 mana
respect.
fireballs too.
Mirror entity.
Thick Void Walker.
All right, Team Value Town are in the clear. Here you go. Envelope number 5. Get started, and
Thank you.
hopefully you never have to do this again. But it was fun to watch.
Yay, bubble wrap.
It was good fun.
Winning is hard.
I know. We suffer for our art. Good luck, guys.
Okay. Complete chapter 2. Each time player reaches a friendly encounter, immediately switch seats.
Okay, complete chapter 2 bonus. Each time a player reaches a friendly encounter, immediately switch seats. Brian Kibler picks your treasures.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want the bonus? Is it worth it?
I think we might want to skip the bonus on this one.
Oh,
Come on! Come on!
Well, I don't know how kind he's going to be.
We don't really have enough time, I think.
Oh.
I just want to play, you know? I'm just up here with the bear.
Oh, no.
I'm here with your bear friend,
I
you
have a
know?
pretty good idea what you're doing. We can pick whatever deck we want.
This is actually a fair point that they bring up, is that they might not have enough time to finish up before the day's broadcast ends, and the envelope gets tossed out anyways. So they're saying they want to save precious seconds, if not minutes, just to be able to push through the run.
Yeah, I mean, that does make sense. You know, as much as I would like to disagree with you and say, no, clearly the correct play is to have me make decisions.
Come on, chapter 1. Yeah, my bad.
Right. I'm kind of sad that envelope wasn't earlier, so that we can actually get some Brian Kibler shenanigans. Although logistically, I like to see you kind of wavering back and forth.
How friendly do you feel?
I don't know, man.
It's called a friendly encounter.
Yeah, it's a friendly encounter. I'm still hanging out with your bear friend. Like, we're just chilling, you know?
Yeah, and we gave that to you, just by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I was cold over here, and now I have a bear keeping me warm, thanks to you guys, so.
I think it's really important that we get good treasures. I just don't know. Do you think we should let him have the first one? See how he does?
Yeah, you can change your mind at any point.
And then we just kick him off?
You can change your mind, and then you can make me leave. But once you make me leave, you're no longer eligible for the bear.
The first friendly counter is pretty early.
Veto.
Well, it's just so there's two parts to it. One is that each time you reach a friendly encounter, you switch seats with your teammate.
Right.
And then the second part is that I get to pick your treasure.
Right, and what I'm saying is, I think the first friendly encounter is like after battle 3, so it's relatively fast.
Correct.
So they could. That's what they're saying. Maybe we experiment and let Kibler prove his loyalty, swear fealty to the town of value. The position is still open. You got. What about the role of a blue-haired boy?
You got a treasure? Okay, Trump is selecting a treasure. I need to check out what Trump's treasure selection is.
Decent here. I'll let him pick.
Alex Strada looks like she's up against Force 8 here, but
Can we switch back to Trump real quick? Because they're giving Brian Kibler the freedom to choose the treasures.
Well, you could just like.
So here's where you're wrong.
Yeah. Let's just trade.
Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, we're back here. Okay, so this is.
You're gonna take a lot of damage.
All right. So am I getting the opportunity to pick here?
Yeah, pick.
Well, you're gonna tell us what you'd like to pick.
No,
right?
no,
and then we veto.
No, I just get to pick. You don't get to have veto power over.
Well, by veto, we give it up, right?
At any point you can say, okay, you don't get to do this anymore. But if you let me pick, I pick, and that's your selection.
Fine, just pick. If your pick sucks, we'll fire you.
Okay, I want the Princess Ring because that's sweet.
The Princess Ring.
Yeah, you start with a random Death Knight ability. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think we should use Kibler anymore. That was not a joke.
I mean, I'm just gonna pick the sweetest thing, right?
If he's only picking the sweetest thing, like that's fine.
Depends your definition of sweet, of course.
The heal was like a million times better there.
It's true, but I think we're good enough to like take it out.
Okay. I like the Enrage Bros. Do you like Akali?
Yeah, I think right side's good.
Akali?
Yeah. I reached a friendly encounter. No, not yet. Yes, I did. Oh, friendly encounter. That wasn't a friendly. Oh, that's right. All right. Oh, a friendly encounter.
This
isn't a friendly
that's Bartender
encounter.
Bob.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys weren't supposed to switch yet.
We got another treasure. Go for it, Kibler.
Okay, well let's check out the other one. What do you got?
This one's
They're all
okay.
crap. They're all crap.
Yeah,
so.
that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
They're all
Well,
crap. These are horrible ones.
see if we can take a
Yeah.
look at what Crypt
right.
is looking
It's
at
all
right
right.
now, so I can select for them. Maybe I'll just run over and check if we can't get their
So we have
on screen
small
just yet.
backpack. Start of the game, draw 2 cards.
Okay. All right.
Mysterious Tome. Start the game with 3 random secrets. And
Okay.
Hand of Rafam. At the start of the game, give your opponents 2 cursed cards.
We'll go with random secret.
Okay. That's nice.
You're rehired, Kibler.
You're rehired.
Wow, Dragon Keeper is a difficult job to hold on to in
I
Stallion
know,
Town.
jeez, this is
Turnover's ridiculous.
I know. Like this interview process is really trying. Like they already told me I was fired and rehired within minutes. All right, we'll check it back in with Ali Straza over here alongside Slissa. They are in Chapter 2, envelope number 2 still. So a lot of catching up left to do here.
Yeah, but it looks like it's one of the final bosses.
It does.
Thunderstorm to try to eliminate the poisonous minions that just keep coming out one by one. What's the hero power, Ali?
Your opponent summons a minion from their hand.
Huh.
Interesting.
And they're not using it.
If I had a hero power that would summon an opposing minion from my hand, I probably wouldn't use it
Yeah. So weapon first.
very often. At least.
Oh wait, it's from.
We
yeah,
want to
okay,
see if this
sorry.
gets
I
cheaper
thought it
and
was
then we
from
could
there.
play something else. One.
I thought it was like
cost
from your
2,
own
and we
hand.
could play this.
Oh, okay, yeah. You summon a minion from your opponent's hand. Right. That would be much more powerful.
So then, I guess it makes sense given that it has a lot of poisonous mechanics, so that it summons a minion and maybe trades.
Ooh, Rin. Ooh. All right, well, we'll let this one get going here. I do like the Burning Wit hero power. Just lets you do so many like neat things.
Right, and like what becomes cool about the Burning Wit is you can manipulate your hand to specifically start targeting like 1 or 2 cards as you go on. So it gives you the ability to really time the big swings that you need.
Now we are checking in with
Patra's
Patra
giving
over
up
here.
the bonus.
Oh yeah, and
No, I'm not.
you're about to end the
There's
turn with
4
4 minions in
on the
play.
board.
I'm not gonna win yet.
Well, but
No,
it's
every
never end the
turn.
turn with 4 minions. Is the bonus.
That I thought was lethal. What? That is insane.
All right, gonna go ahead and restart. All right, you suck the ship.
I thought it was you just can't like have lethal.
Let's end the turn with 4 minions. Period.
Did I mess it? Oh god. That's
No, trust
actually.
me, no matter what you do, it can't be as bad as my round 2. It's fine.
Did you do it right?
I've been doing it right so far, but
Well, we caught it early, which is important.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. That was good.
That was only round 2. So.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I had a miscreant.
Yeah,
I know. I was like, oh, it looks like
That's why I say Miscreant might have to be good in this one because it's so easy to fill the board.
Yeah, the lackeys do cause some issues. Miscreant is powerful, but when the sort of rules of the encounters
Never end.
complicate things a little bit.
bit.
Ooh, this is the one that with hero power giving me a haircut.
So sad.
I know.
Mostly, I just want to know if I get to choose a new treasurer yet. How are you guys doing over there? All right, now, but Patra gets down the snake here against boss number 1. So
Yeah, this
boss
should be
number 1 should be pretty straightforward here. What is that? What is the hero power then?
It's just normal.
No, the
The
opposing
opposing hero power.
Oh. It just gives a friendly minion a random haircut.
What does that do?
Dangerous.
I think it does something to one of these things.
Random abilities, so poisonous, wind fury, stealth, etc.
Yeah, it's adapt.
Yeah, Trump helping out the opponents
Yeah.
as well.
You guys
Is that
get me
really
in the
nice,
background.
or is that ultimate showmanship?
Trump's like, yeah, I've been here before. I know what this does.
It's not my first time around the block.
Ooh, the Shadow Sensei Spirit of Naxxramas combo for lethal.
Nice.
Boom.
Style points. I like it.
2 minions.
There you go. Now you know.
Yay.
Oh, okay. We gotta check in with Trump. He's got his next one. I would recommend Prince's Ring, Patra. By the way, that one's sweet.
She doesn't get any bonus points for letting you pick her run.
3 mana, the candles. Twin spell, twin spell, twin spell.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Deal 3 damage to all enemy minions. There's Evil Propaganda, 10 mana, take control of all enemy minions. And then the Golden Candle, the 4/7/7. Taunt battle cry, replace all other cards with random legendary minions.
Definitely Golden Candle.
Deal damage to the lowest health enemy.
All right.
If it dies, repeat
That one's. I mean, that one just turns everything to legendary. That's super sweet.
And it's also a 4 mana 7/7.
Yeah, super sweet, and it's a meme.
Yeah.
Just all tied together. How can you not pick it?
I'm picking the Dragon package just for you.
Ooh, yeah, I like it. Trump going like full theme on my my control of his run here.
Yep.
But Firebat is going to be
Friendly
hanging out with the bartender here, deciding exactly how he wants to manipulate his deck. What do you think, Firebat?
Thinking about getting lots of Azure Drakes because they have double battle cry.
Ooh,
Does sound really good.
that is pretty nice.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
3 more Azure Drakes going to the deck. Get 4 spells. Reduce the cost of one of them by 3. Could be a free glyph, a 4-cost Flame Strike. You only get the full discount in the Flame Strike.
Yep. The Promoter Glyph does give you additional discount as
Yeah.
well, the follow-up spell.
So it's kind of like anything can be -3.
Yeah, kind of.
It could be a Flame Strike.
It could be even a Flame
With these meat cards, though.
I could get a Flame Strike for 4, or I could get the Primordial Glyph for 4. It could be anything. It could be a Flame Strike.
Well, Firebat gonna continue chug along here.
Pogo. We last saw Pogo in the bank. Now we see Pogo in what's this name of zone? It's not
This-
Violet Hold. This is bank.
Zone 3.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Let me see if I have it in my notes here.
I think I have it somewhere. Nope, can't find it.
Looks like the market or something.
Underbelly? Is it the underbelly?
It looks like, since there's carts and wagons, it looks like it's some kind of market to me.
Vendor. There's a vendor zone. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
All right. Is this Regent's point of view? Regis? No, Regis just finished
Yeah,
chapter.
this is still Firebat. He just had a brief identity crisis.
Yes.
Ooh, Bolton Reflection. Gonna go combo off. Boom. Boom.
Wow. what
Now
a
that
tempo
Flame Strike is
swing.
2 mana next turn.
This keeps getting cheaper and cheaper.
Nibbler, we've got a treasure for you.
Oh, all right.
Alright, we got 3 mana Master Scheme. Deal 1 damage, draw 1 card, gain 1 armor, summon 1 Boombot. Upgrades each turn. We have the Gnomish Army Knife. 5 mana, give a minion charge, Wind Fury, Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Poisonous, Taunt, and Stealth. And we have the Murgatha. 3 mana, 3/6 Murloc. Whenever you play a card, overload one of your opponent's mana crystals.
Okay, we want the Gnomish Army Knife because that can make a Galvadon.
Okay. You're fired.
I told you I'd pick based on sweetness alone. And that's sweet.
Trump firing people on TV. That's
Wow, I feel
that's some compelling content.
Too soon. Too soon.
Frost package for you.
Very poignant.
Is Murder good in this
Kinda.
thing?
All right.
Well,
I guess we have an opportunity to check in with the other teams. Allie and Slissa, how's everything on your end?
Good.
Not good.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
no.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they might still be stuck in chat too. Toast
Yep.
and Regis, how's everything on your guys' end?
We're speeding through this, racing to finish
Nice.
number 4.
Nice. Well, actually, on Regis's point of view. And yeah, you guys are cruising along. Seems like not much challenge. What boss number is this?
5 for me. Both on 5.
You guys are perfectly in sync, both in answers and in numbers.
Free Millhouse. How can you not play it? It makes so many things free. It's
I played
free.
it during
It gives
game
you a bunch
1.
of things that are free.
Let's just say, I know what you're up to.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So boss number 5. So then once Regis and Toast finish this up, I wonder if Crip and Trump
Playing
can't
fast,
finish their quest, and they effectively tie Crip and Trump because they have to finish. They had to finish Envelope 5 to get points, which is why they even argue that Ryan Killer picking treasures may not be the most optimal thing.
Uh-oh, that costs more than... he's got cost reductions, though. Gonna say that costs more than 7.
Where's your ping now, Regis?
Don't have it, I know.
But what about Millhouse? He's so lonely.
He's a nice cheerleader on the bench. Order! Just, sorry, there's something funny about Windfury immediately getting frozen off the first attack. Yes! Man of people.
Comes down just in time to witness his great victory. This was expected. I mean, who could beat a Millhouse?
Patra has inherited Malfurion, the Pestilence hero power, and apparently is just playing Constructed Rogue.
Yeah, but Constructed Rogue just gets a 3-power weapon, 4-power weapon. Doesn't even have to spend mana for it. Yeah, so.
It's true.
What did Grawl just humph?
A Shade of Next Flames.
Okay. Right.
Doesn't get the buffs. Petra be able to fight back pretty effectively on board here with the lucrative contract. Also Shadow Sense.
Just Leroy Shadow Step just waiting too.
Yeah, exactly.
Bash Fan gets through it. You can get value on the refreshment vendor if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think based off the way the early game goes too, you could just set up like a soft lead, just try to get your opponent down to 12 with Leroy Shadow Step or by turn 8. The usual rogue plays.
Although the lead the opponent is whenever you play a spell, you heal.
Oh, you could be right. Yes,
yeah, it is.
That does make a pretty big difference.
It does make. All right.
Wow. Making our job a little bit easier.
Wants to make sure it gets use out of the hero power.
Yeah.
By just punching everything in sight.
13 damage available.
The thing is, I can't play Leroy next turn, but.
Get in there. Boom. Down to 12, but. Yeah, the Leroy plus Shadow Step plus the Shade of Nexramas is a guaranteed 15.
It's 4 minions.
Well, it's end of your turn. Also, you can Shadow Step one of your own.
Oh, okay, so it's okay.
Or just trade. There's any number of
yeah, or
things
trade. Rehired.
Gotta go fast. All right, we're gonna switch over to Trump real quick. I'm apparently not fired, by the way.
First aid kit. At the end of your turn, restore 2 health to all friendly minions.
Oh, these are boring.
After a friendly minion dies, gain 2 armor.
None of these are
Potion
cool.
of Vitality, because then they have more time to do sweet stuff.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Potion of Vitality. That's a good
Killer.
argument. Oh, Dragon. I don't get the pick.
Treasure's not the loot.
But you already picked a
need you in a
Dragon,
second,
so
Kibler.
you should pick Dragon. I mean...
You ready for mine, Kibler?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'll be ready in like 2 seconds. Okay.
Wait, no, you
got
guys
swapped. You guys got swapped.
Swap. Why swap?
He came to a friendly encounter.
Oh. Oh, you did 2 bosses that time? Wow. Oh no, I was ahead. Okay.
The filthy
All right,
animal.
Trump.
Never mind.
What do you have now, Trump?
Never mind.
We want to. How much does your deck like spell damage?
Not a whole lot. I'd go
Okay, I'm
max.
taking tech. Yep.
Oh, did you give up
wow.
on me?
I'm gonna
I think
play
it
a
was-
full game.
Did you fire?
loot.
Oh,
No.
that was not loot. Oh, okay, it wasn't a
Got
treasure. It was
one
just
more.
regular loot. Okay. So
wanna
yeah, Crip
remove
here at
anything?
Bartender Bob having switched
deck's
seats
generally
with
in
Trump as part of
mid-range.
the
I think
standard quest here.
No, I think that's a decent late game card.
Yeah, all these enemy minions don't look that great.
Don't like that or
Kind
anything.
of suck. Friendly minion.
I think I'm gonna give it to the 1/3.
Sure,
Plus 2,
makes
plus 2.
sense. Yeah.
Choose 1 spell to remove. Sweeping Strikes or Rampage, maybe?
Sweeping strikes. I just realized I can't give you advice right now. This is the bottleneck.
That's a lot of food.
Fine.
You must be hungry.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
The good lieutenant.
Giving him
Boss 6. Very doable. There's like there's 1:45 p.m. I believe we're gonna end the round in 15-20 minutes or so. So it should be doable for Crip if he's able to finish up a couple bosses.
And now we're taking a look at Hatra. They are in Chapter 3 here. Envelope number 3 as well. So going to try to figure out exactly what she wants from Bartender Bob here.
No.
It is a Tiny Finn's Tavern, and yet there's no opportunity to see a Murloc Tiny Finn, despite how adorable it is. Does Bartender Bob like serve Tiny Finn? Like, does he cook Tiny Finn? Because that's sort of depressing thought.
That is illegal, I believe.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
Yes.
It should be.
Yes.
You've got to
And if it's not illegal, I will campaign for it to be.
Yeah. I need to get like an official explanation for the name of the tavern. It is Tiny Finn's Tavern. Oh no, why? Why is it Tiny Finn's Tavern? If it's not run by a Tiny Finn. I guess Tiny Finn are probably underage for the tavern. They're Tiny Finn after all.
I'm not familiar with legal age of Murlocs. It's not really my expertise.
I believe they're considered adult if they make it off of hatching on the shore.
Okay. That does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at like the shores around like Stormwind and everything, if you play like classic WoW, there's just so many Murlocs everywhere that are just like seem to be hatching constantly, and they're just always killed by adventurers. You'd think that they get an opportunity to go to the tavern once they actually manage to make it past all those dwarves and gnomes and humans and whatever running around everywhere. They need some time to just unwind.
Didn't get to play much classic WoW, but I guess I will in a few months.
Yeah.
This guy's Toast for checking in. Haven't heard from him in a little bit.
3 Anubaroks in his hand.
Yeah.
All with
like
different
Anubaroks.
He's got Feign Death. Gonna burn a card and lose that Onyxia.
How did the costs get jumbled up like that?
He's got 1 cost 5, 1 cost 6, 1 cost 10.
I don't really understand.
Is the 10 cost one from like a Splinter Graft?
It looked like it could be a freezing trap scenario.
But freezing trap would cost 11. It would cost 9 base.
Look at the cost, it's all going to change.
Oh, it's your cards swap randomly every turn. Okay.
I played this Tavern Brawl.
Randomonium in action.
Trust me.
Another Anubarok!
I have a lot.
Oh, what a tangled web you weave, Toast!
Huh.
What do you do?
He just twisted Nether and he played 2 spells, lay on hands, draw me 3 cards, and then twisting Nether to get the giant board my god. He's a god, dude. You can't beat him.
2 Shredders. I was kind of hoping for another Nubarok.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing.
I think Toast may have one of those, like he might have chosen a Nubarok to shuffle into his deck.
Get a bunch of extra Nubaroks.
Yes, from the friendly game.
Oh, I'm told that we're getting to another treasure soon for Trump here, but we'll see how this is going still. Ooh,
oh my god!
Bomb.
So tactical!
Oh my god.
How does one man possess so much IQ?
Combined 250 IQ, you 250.
I summon a Nubarok, and then I bounce it in my hand.
Whoa. Okay.
The leftmost card in your hand costs 2 less. Potion of Vitality, double health.
Okay, what were that? Sorry, read them again.
Crystal Gem, start with an extra mana crystal. Emerald Goggles, leftmost card in your hand costs 2 less. Potion of Vitality, double starting health.
All right, we'll go with double your starting health so you can survive to play your sweet stuff.
Okay.
I mean, the mana discount also lets them do cooler stuff too.
It does, but you want to be able to do a lot of cool stuff at like the same time. And like if you don't have it immediately, you want to be able to get to it too.
That's right. This is an instant gratification generation.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to make them work for it.
That was a tough game though, by the way.
Okay.
All right, well, Crip and Trump tagging back in for one another.
Yeah, I think it might be the final switch too, because both of them are pretty deep into their runs. So this episode of switching places is going to come to an end.
We don't have that much time left in the round here either, so all these teams are trying to make it through these envelopes prior to the end of the day. And Trump, we see here, this is his 38 bosses defeated, 4 completed runs here.
Yep,
All
40
on
is the
Warrior.
magic number.
It is, it is. So, looks like he's got a pretty powerful deck here, and he's got against Arekum.
I do want to say one thing too. I feel like Trump's the only player that's focusing on Warrior as a class. I feel like Mage is really popular. We've seen some Warlock,
a lot of
Rogues, even the Hunter from Firebat early on, but we haven't seen Warrior being explored. Now Trump is not only doing well with it, but he's been flawless. Very impressive.
He's just got Pirate Warrior opening hand right here.
Yeah. Just watch him
Did
pull out
replace
patches
his
out
hero
of nowhere.
power. Now he's the evolve hero power and 100 life. You can evolve so many times with 100 life. Yes, it's just like I drew it up.
Oh.
You wanted that bonus. You wanted that bonus, Trump.
I don't see what's. I guess because the average 2-man minion is worse than the 3/3.
What do you got in that? Ooh, Gen Greymane. Okay, that's a pretty good menu to evolve. Well, we're gonna step away, check out how Patra's doing here. Still in Chapter 3, looking to complete this after having a little bit of a stumble with the bonus a couple of rounds ago. She's gonna have the Horseman of the Apocalypse as her hero power now. Crucially, you will, if you do activate that 4 times, you will win the game prior to the turn ending. So you will not lose your bonus if you do get the 4 horsemen.
You should be able to win with the hero power. If she needs it. I mean, I think.
I wonder if it.
Seems like she's gonna be okay regardless.
Ooh, the passive is just spells overload for their cost. Just passive period for both players.
That's a really interesting, like, I actually think that'd be super interesting for like a shaman card in standard, just to give him some disruption tools. Very interesting design there.
Assassin's Contract. That's pretty expensive when it overloads for 6. Maelstrom Portal. Gonna be overloaded though. Boom.
Side effects.
So I would imagine that this this boss does not have a terribly spell-dense deck, but looks like Patra does not either.
Yeah, I mean, the Reincarnate's not really doing much here, and the Contract's not going to really be effective against small minions. So Patra going to be able to start grabbing some early game lead here with the Shade next ramp that grows bigger.
Whether she wants to, yeah, just going to get in there with the Shade rather than letting it defend and grow bigger. All right, looks like we're switching over to Firebat.
Again.
What happened, Patra?
Portal again.
Another Maelstrom Portal.
Yeah.
Firebat with a 3/4 Firefly right away, so getting that +2/+2 buff.
Yeah, you can see the emphasis on why that early game damage, and just to control the board and make sure that your follow-up minions are well protected, especially if you have fragile ones like Poison Dart.
And Firebat, this is boss number 7?
Yes.
Okay, so trying to get out of this Chapter 3 here. Very close. But again, not too much time left for any of these players here. Everyone kind of quiet. Looks like everyone is heads down, taking this last phase of the event very, very seriously.
There's not much time to score stuff, and more importantly, they've been playing for a while, so I think trying to, like, a mix of focus and conserving your energy.
Nazari sending the Sandblast the way of that that Firefly. And now we're going over to Ali Straza, seeing how she is doing.
It's like Ali's on her final boss.
Getting there.
Getting there. Trying to really overcome this this Chapter 2 obstacle.
Treasures.
The light will show you no mercy.
3 Pyroblasts?
3 Pyroblasts,
Yeah, so
and you can
really
keep
good.
reducing their cost.
Yes.
I like it. Ooh, and looks like you have to start with a weapon. Ooh.
Brian Gibler approved.
I do like me a spectral cutlass. However, no way to steal anything, so.
What's the hero power of this one?
This is, this opponent is
Give all your
+1. Okay, well, we're. Whoa, this guy's
What is happening?
quite the board. What's going on there, Toast?
I'm hoping the AI somehow blows up.
3 10 in your Braxton hand and 5 Matt Bagels in play? How did we get here, Toast? Tell us the story.
Okay, so I have a treasure that reduces my cards to a random number.
Okay.
And as you can see, that number is 10 very often. So I got 10, and then 10, and then 10, and then a 9, and then an 8, and then a 9, and then a 10, and then an 8, and then a 7, and then a 10.
Okay, that explains like your hand, but
you
how are there 5
Pagels?
Pagels in play?
Well, I have a Dream Grove Ring, discover a legendary minion. My other options were Zola, which doesn't come with taunt, and Mimiron's Head, which also does not come with taunt. So,
and that Pagel does?
Does Mimiron's head stack on itself?
Yeah, you would destroy all mechs you control. If you got 5,
dude, we got it halfway home.
if you got 4, if you have 5 Mimiron's heads in play, they would all kill each other at the start of your turn and make 1 Voltron.
Well, Toast, looks like this is end of the road.
Are you just
Do we get half
holding before saying hitting wait or end turn? You're just like, just chilling?
look, if I never lose, I've never lost.
Just run out the clock.
You're right. If you end the broadcast without having
then you can still post a video of this and say 100% win rate. That's true. Technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
Forget the caps lock. Flawless logical thinking from Disguised Toast once again.
It's not clickbait if it's technically true.
That's just accurate.
That's just facts.
Yeah. Well, we are seeing behind the scenes at how we get the Disguised Toast videos we do, but we're not going to sit there any longer as we reveal his secrets. But now we'll go to Ali Straza, who is on boss number 8? 7? Maybe? 7. Okay, boss number 7. Chapter 2 here, it is Icaron, who gives the hero power for Icaron, I believe is the, doesn't sound right, but Icaron is give a minion Divine Shield. So,
yeah, and for people who are curious why Toast actually was, because he, when the broadcast ends, all the envelopes are valid for the rest of the broadcast. So if you get halfway done, no dice. Wow, Skull the Minari can attack. It's kind of like a really weak Light Justice.
Boom. Take 1.
I mean, bashing someone with the skull does still hurt.
It's true.
But apparently not a lot.
All right, and also worth noting, the Violet Hold bonus. You have to kill the enemy minion inside Violet Hold. See if I was going to decide to go with that this game. Slissa, you finished? I think Slissa's also just tuned into the game. Looks like she's just spectating Ali, so I'm guessing that that is true. You finished yours? Did you finish with the Violet Hold bonus? Okay, so Ali does still have the Violet Hold bonus live here, as Slyssa was nodding yes to my question.
Yep. So there's two main things going on. Right now is whether or not Ali Straza and Slyssa can finish this and tie Firebat and Patra, unless Firebat and Patra finish Chapter 3. The second thing is if Crip and Trump can finish their chapter and pull ahead of Toast. Actually, no, sorry. Toast and Regis didn't finish their...
Doing the final boss?
I think they're close, yes.
Well, I mean, they have 2 minutes, right?
Well, we didn't get the official Korra 10-minute warning.
Our countdown, I don't know.
Judge, ref, what's the countdown?
12 minutes, 12 minutes. Because we gave that break, the commercial breaks.
You made me me hurry so fast. And I still did it. And I had a whole 10 minutes to take my time.
I was told it ended at
the future.
Little bit
Trouble
of
in paradise.
All right, well, we see a Hyper Blaster coming up for Patra here. Your hero's poisonous while attacking. 1/5 weapon.
Yes, and this Mayor Noggenfogger is complicating things.
Yeah, very much so.
Just kind of wish you had a nice clean. Your Sarah Wake is to wipe everything. And this Thunderhead is getting the synergy. Oh, redirect. Nice.
And the mayor is down. Not to be confused with Mayor of Valuetown, Trump, who is still very much in action over there, trying to fight through envelope number 5.
It's this order. It's like you missed somebody one.
Ooh, Golden Cobalt comes down for Patra's opponent here. I think we might be getting down to time.
Yes, and I think Patra's close to killing as well because she has a cheap Leroy with Shadow Step and Direwolf Alpha. That's 14.
Hi, friends. I'm here with your 10-minute warning. We've got 10 minutes left in the round. We've got a couple players with a 100% win rate, including, I believe, the one and only Disguised Toast. Very impressive work. Also, Valuetown currently pretty far in the lead on day number 1, but of course, we are going to be playing through chapters 4 and 5 tomorrow, so there's still quite a few envelopes to get through there. But we do have 10 more minutes on the round, so finish up what you're working on in the next 10, and then we are going to call it for the day.
Thank you very much, Cora. We're checking back in with Patra. Trying to count how much damage she has. 7 plus Leroy and Direwolf Alpha is
24.
Is it 24?
Actually, wait.
Well, Leroy Shadow Step Leroy, 12.
Well, it's 14 if you have Direwolf.
But you don't have the mana for Leroy Shadow Step Leroy with Direwolf.
Leroy's only 2.
Oh, it is a 2-mana Leroy. Right, never mind.
So
there's also a Dream as well, which is another Shadow Step. Sort of.
So
not quite.
Step is 14, 19, 21, 22.
We'll just let her do the math.
Oh, there's also the reincarnate.
There's the Nightmare as well.
Oh, the Nightmare. Yeah, the Nightmare's definitely. Oh, that's really funny. She had like so many cool combo stuff. She had reincarnate with Leroy.
Yeah.
To, like get that extra damage in too.
Or not. I think I heard that.
All right. Well, it looks like Patra has completed it.
Really
Patra, is that boss number 7?
People are going to be failing a ton. There may not be that many points up
Finding
on
it out. All right. Well, we're hearing a little bit of banter over there from Regis and Toast. You guys giving up, or you still playing?
Well, if he can finish a run in 8 minutes, then we're good to go.
All right, Toast. Go, 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 go.
Wait, Regis, you finished yours?
Yeah, I went 4-0 today.
Wow, nicely done.
So wait, are those Nat Pagels no longer in play?
They're no longer in play.
Uh-oh.
I think we're doing research.
That video is getting retitled.
I don't know. I didn't see it. There's no video evidence.
Yeah, screenshots are never happened. We only had a screenshot of 5 Nat Pagels in play.
It could have been a draw.
That game could have ended anyone's way, right? It's anyone's guess how that game resolved.
One. We're good.
Yeah.
New envelope, please.
Yeah, each Nat Pagel drew a fireball, which was somehow discounted.
Yes.
And your opponent just also didn't get to take a turn for whatever reason.
That's exactly right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he cast Storebringer right afterwards.
All right, well, let's check in with Firebat, who is still looking to take down Chapter 3 here alongside Patra.
This is looking at the final boss, though, with Geppetto Joybuzz. So if Firebat can weather this storm, he is in the clear.
Let's look at a tough one, though.
He has 7 minutes to do so.
There's only 4 mana available for Firebat here, and there's a 7/7 and a 6/4 with Death Rattle, a 4/1 with Death Rattle. This is a tough spot. Ooh, and another Death Rattle minion coming off of Geppetto.
Yeah, Flame Strike here might be pretty clutch.
Finds an Azure Drake.
Right, he doesn't have enough mana to play that.
No, still one off of that Flame Strike. You need that 4-cost Flame Strike. That was a few. Was there? That was this run, wasn't it? A bunch of Attributes and Flame Strike? Maybe there's just another one on the deck.
Could just be, yeah, randomly generated.
I think that you know, Firebat and Powder may very well have been the position they need to give up on the bonus if they have any close calls, just in terms of trying to find a way to actually finish.
Well, for Firebat, maybe he can get there anyways. He has 6 minutes left.
It's true.
But this is kind of the photo finish of the day, whether or not Firebat can finish this run in time.
All right, Geppetto makes a missile launcher, another missile launcher with magnetic.
Which kind of works against the other missile
It
launcher.
does. Well, it's still okay. Are we gonna say Luna's Pocket Galaxy?
I think Firebat might buy the tempo.
Whoa! Vargoth. That's a Vargoth that can copy the Flame Strike. If he Flame Strikes, Vargoth plays Flame Strike, clears that board away.
Yeah.
It's also just a 7 damage Flame Strike off of
Yes.
Vargoth. That, you know, to begin with, it looks like Firebat has +3 spell damage. Okay. Target dummy.
Target dummy doesn't do anything.
That's
really.
a little less impressive. All right. Well, the 1/1 Vargoth doesn't really have great opportunities to recast things here. It does feel like Firebat may well gonna go for it. All right.
I mean, there's 4 bad targets and 1 good target. Well, it's the second worst target, I guess.
It burns. Horde of Toys. So 1/1 copies of 5 random minions.
Okay.
Arphis.
I feel like
Maligos.
If only they had that Frostbolt.
Wow.
He can still get a Steam Surger Elemental chain going.
It's true. It's true.
But he does need to trade a little bit off of this. Crip is also trying to wrap it up, but he has 4 minutes and 20 seconds to wrap this up.
Runs up a Poke Popper. That's a mech for the War Gear, even if they, even if that Shredder does die.
Oh yeah.
And Lava Belch out of Molten Rock. Frothing coming down.
Oh, they're on me.
Yeah.
Hi, Grip, we're on you.
This is the last boss, but Trump didn't make it.
Oh, Trump didn't make it. Uh-oh.
Okay.
So, yeah, it sounds like mostly just fighting for intel and glory here, not actually... Ooh.
Kibler, this is your fault.
It's not. I mean, you chose to have me pick your treasures. I told you I'd pick sweet treasures.
Spoken like a true Hearthstone player.
I think I can win this. And I think I can be the actual undefeated player of the day.
All right, well, Crip is going for the bragging rights here. We're going to see if Firebat, though, is able to close out his run here. Still up against Geppetto Joybuzz. Morgatha. That is the whenever you play, your opponent plays a spell, whenever you play a spell, you overload your opponent's... Whenever you play a spell, you overload your opponent's mana crystal, I believe. Oof.
Good stuff all around.
A lot of spell damage in here, too.
Yep. Firebat can go pretty hard.
Yep.
Overloading the opponent's crystals.
That is a Frostmourne in play here.
Kill
Mimorum's head. And Frostmourne puts into play Vargoth and Servant of Kalamos. Finds an Azure Drake.
Wow. Firebat might be contemplating trading in first before using the Cinderstorm. Like it.
Ooh, Malagos into Cinderstorm.
Oh, yeah.
Big one. 14 points. Only 2 minutes left in the round, though. Does he have time for all these missile animations? 2 minutes left, players. 2 minutes remaining in the day.
Firebat can't wait anymore. The animation length also slightly annoying. It's wasting precious seconds.
Just gotta go.
Gotta go
get in there and go. Even just the animation from the Geppetto, Geppetto passive here. Drawing with Azure Drake.
Gotta go fast.
Only a minute and a half left. Calicos comes up. Ooh,
Oh,
picks up a
Primordial
Primordial Glyph, though. Oh, but no big damage to the face. Only the Breath of Cinder Ghost to go along with all those spell damage minions.
Yeah, and I think you're kind of like right on the money. I think Firebat eventually has to weigh an option. Does he even care about the bounty, the bonus at this point? He does. Hey, Firebat, you have 1 minute left.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help me to have something else in play, really.
That's fair.
Thanks of a Steam Surger.
Are we Caligosing for the win?
Ooh, I think we got to try.
The Cali Mally combo.
Oh, trading those off.
9, 10.
Not going to play the Calicos here.
Okay.
Going to go with the Pocket Galaxy. Planning for future turns with 30 seconds left. Ooh.
Oh, man.
That's going to blast pretty hard. Blaze Collar to the face. 25 seconds.
Dude, he's so close.
He's got
Hurry up,
10
Firebat!
life. 15 seconds left. All right.
The Mia Wagons.
10, 9,
not
8,
like this.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Dude,
3,
are you serious?
2, 1. That is time. Hands off your keyboard.
What happened?
And the round is over.
Oh my gosh, down to the wire in the round, but unfortunately I have to be the bearer of bad news. Time is up.
The bearer of bad news.
The bear, this bear would never provide bad news.
He's an evil bear. He's a sabotage bear. He's a very evil
He's a very good bear. All right, that's going to be it for our third round of the day. So we are officially done with the first day of the showdown in Dalaran. We are complete with our first 3 chapters. What'd you guys think?
Well, that finish was mildly disappointing. Just because I really felt like Firebat had it. Like, I thought it was really good. And
Did you have it? He had it. He had it.
he had the
That's a
game
shame.
and just needed a few more seconds. And you hate to see it. I was kind of hoping for the Pog champ finish, and we get the sad face one instead.
Bible thump.
You know, it's not all sad face. They overcame adversity. They made it through to the third envelope. I think that's a win in their book. You know what? They didn't let the setbacks get them down. Now the real win, however, is going to be Value Town over there, who we're going to be finishing day number 1 in very strong fashion. Got all the way through to envelope number 5. Did not complete it. But Kibler, did you have fun picking their treasures?
Oh, it was great. I'm kind of sad we won't have just envelope 5 again tomorrow because I just want to pick more people's stuff.
We can neither confirm nor deny that we have anything that involves Brian Kibler on the envelopes tomorrow because I don't actually know.
I don't know either, so
I don't
we'll
actually
find
know,
out.
but maybe.
We don't even know if he's on the broadcast.
Crip, did you finish?
Maybe I'll be replaced by this bear.
It's Kibler's fault.
Kibler, Sabotage, and Value Town. But Crip is going to finish.
I finished with like 1 second to go. It was epic.
5
Undefeated.
chapters.
Nice.
Undefeated. Perfect record. Congratulations, Crip. That's very impressive. We can go ahead and take a look at the standings and see where everybody lies after these 3 rounds. Crip and Trump in first place with 135 points, 9 quests, 9 bonuses, and they were sabotaged twice. They had to pop bubble wrap, they had to hug evil bears, and they're still going to be solidly in first place. Regis Kilvin and Disguised Toast, however, 7 bonuses, 7 quests, 105 points, followed by Firebat and Patra after that. And then Allie and Slissa, not really getting much traction today. You finished it. Allie did finish. Did you finish in time?
I mean, 60
seconds later.
You know, if we just go into the computer and turn the clock back a little bit. Just, who needs to know except everybody who's watching? But, well, you know what? Congratulations. You made it past Chapter 2. But we are going to be moving to Chapters 4 and 5 tomorrow.